Miami tonight. It's a special night. It's the 8th annual Fox Sports Florida Fantasy Auction presented by the Clevelander. Welcome to Marlins Park. Marlins and Mets open up a 4-game series tonight. That's just the start of the excitement tonight. Jacob Turner gets the start for the Fish. Jeremy Hefner goes for the Mets. The Marlins will try to win a ball game, and we will try to raise money for a great cause, the Marlins Foundation. Hi, everyone. Rich Waltz along with Tommy Hutton and 3 of our friends here at the Clevelander. Welcome to the Clevelander. Welcome to a night of baseball and charity here on Fox Sports Florida.
How you doing over there, Rich?
I'm just fine over
here. We got a good ball game tonight. We'll have a lot of fun, too.
We'll talk baseball in a second. Here are some of the items you can bid on right now. It's called our Big Board. We start with the reverse road trip where you come to Miami. Road trip with the Marlins, headed to New York. Field of Dreams, you can play on Marlins Park Field. A Royal Caribbean cruise, don't need to say much more. And the bucket list is a good one as well. You got the ultimate golf package. A big night out. That golf package includes playing with Tommy Hutton and with Jeff Conine. The big night out. Fox Sports Florida broadcast experience, spring training player for a game, and the Oh Say Can You See experience. All right, Hut, let's talk about one of your favorite ones, and that's a road trip.
We always enjoy the road trip because we enjoy interacting with the fans who bid on the road trip. They get to come this year. It's a road trip to New York, September 13th through the 15th. Airfare for 2, 3 nights at the New York Hilton. That's the team hotel. You get lunch at Shake Shack with Minervini. How about that? Batting practice on the field for 2. You get a couple of tickets, certainly, for that series against the Mets. And if I remember properly, that's a doubleheader in one of those days.
That's right. Saturday is a doubleheader, so you can get 4 games at Citi Field. Now, last year, one of the most popular items, Tommy and ladies, was the bucket list. Now, if you got a bucket list around Miami, what do you want to do? Okay, you want to go to a Dolphins game. You want to go to a Heat game. We got lower bowl tickets for that Panthers game. Marlins Diamond Club seats. Grandstand tickets to the NASCAR Sprint Cup at Homestead. How about going to the Orange Bowl? You can go there as well. And we've got some fabulous add-on items for that Miami bucket list as well. Very nice. Okay, so baseball going tonight. Jacob Turner's pitched quite well. Jeremy Hefner's had some issues lately, Tommy.
You know, somehow we have to factor in the game tonight. And, yes, Jeremy Hefner and the Marlins have seen him a couple of times this year. Jacob Turner continues to go out and give Mike Redmond some quality outings.
All right, there you have it. That's our Coventry Healthcare starters for tonight. Ladies, thank you. You were terrific. All right, on with the show. Craig at the big board when we get back. The Marlins and the Mets and the Fox Sports Florida Fantasy Auction. Park. Ready to go. Marlins and Mets, Fox Sports Florida Fantasy Auction. You can't have a fantasy auction without Craig Minervini. Craig is up at the big board right now, ready to go. Hi, Craig.
The big board, Rich, hello, is getting pretty busy, and I've got two terrific helpers here. Come on in. You see them all the time. It is Jordana and Annalie. It's a tough gig up here. Hey, you've been busy so far.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of bids so far, ready to get this thing started.
Let's take a look at some of the numbers here, and we're going to talk about a couple of packages, including the Oh Say Can You See, which is one of our packages here. Jordana's going to tell us a little bit about it.
Gift certificate for $5,900 off the cost of the bilateral LASIK procedure.
Wow, that's courtesy of Millennium Laser Eye Center, and a gift card and a couple of Diamond Club tickets on that package as well. Oh Say Can You See is not on the board yet. And because I know this is important to these ladies, the big night out we want to talk about, we don't have a bid yet.
No, we don't have a bid for it, and it's an amazing prize. You get to go out. You get a catered suite for $16 at the regular season home game, a post-game bottle service at the Clevelander, Goodyear blimp ride for $4. That is amazing. Liquor basket, courtesy of Premier Beverage, and a haircut by the Marlins.
Hugo, this is once in a lifetime. There's Hugo right there. You see that guy? He gives haircuts to everybody around Major League Baseball. He's been featured on stories, magazines. And again, guys, the number is 305-480-FISH. And guess what? If you get your name put up, either Jordana or Annalie will be putting it on the board. That alone is worth it. And it's priceless.
Oh, I don't know, $1 million maybe?
At least. All right, we're going to have some fun up here as we raise money here tonight for the Marlins Community Foundation Education Fund. We got the series coming up here. Mets Marlins, good ball game. Game one of a 4-game series, and our 8th annual fantasy auction is coming up from the Clevelander and all parts at Marlins Park next.
Florida is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. By AT&T Uverse TV. Check availability at 1-800-PICK-AT&T. Rethink possible. By Just for Men Auto Stop, the foolproof way to get rid of gray. And by Checkers. Feast on. Inside Marlins Park, let's check in quickly with Craig Minervini. Craig?
All right, thank you very much, Rich. It's our 8th annual fantasy auction. We've got a great game matchup here. Marlins, Mets. Marlins have taken 8 of the 11 matchups. Here's what's happening on our big board, 305-480-FISH. All the details you can get at marlins.com/fantasy. And our top bidder right now, the Ultimate Golf Experience, $17.50. We still have 2 not on the board yet. Big night out And Jose, can you see?
Hey, Craig.
Yes.
1,500 for me.
Okay.
On the Royal Caribbean cruise.
Oh, boy, that's a good one.
Nice.
Put this Annalee, 1,500 Rich Waltz. Rich, I went on the Oasis of the Sea in December, and I'll tell you, whoever goes on this ship, it's the most spectacular ship out there. Terrific. Central Park. Indoor balconies, believe it or not. It's amazing. Take it away.
All right. Well, I've got my eye on that one tonight. All right. Great. Let's do some baseball. Pinch a Penny brings you the first pitch. Rich Waltz along with Tommy Hutton. We're still out in the Clevelander right now. We have a great perspective. We're right behind Christian Yelich, Hut. And the Mets roll in here with E.Y. Jr., Eric Young Jr. in the leadoff spot. Daniel Murphy, David Wright, Jacob Turner. First pitch. Pinch a Penny brings it to you. And we're underway. And there's a fastball for a strike. And Turner's thrown a lot of those in his 10 starts. His ERA just a tick under 2.50. It's 2.49.
Even his last start, Rich, he had a good outing. It was a loss, though, a 2-1 loss in Denver. 6 innings, 6 hits, a couple of runs. That's all Jacob Turner allowed.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball lined into center field. Marisnik is there, and he makes the catch. Time to meet the Mets and greet the Mets. In for a 4-game series are the Mets, brought to you by JM Lexus. Eric Young is in left field. Daniel Murphy at second base. David Wright, who is part of the auction tonight, folks. Marlon Byrd's in right. Ike Davis is at first. Juan Lagares is in center field. Anthony Recker will do the catching. Omar Quintanilla, the shortstop. And the pitcher, Jeremy Hefner, hits ninth. Jacksonville's Daniel Murphy. You see the numbers for Jacob Turner.
Boy, the ERA sits right about 2.5. Fewer hits than innings pitched. And last 2 starts, good ERA, but hasn't been able to pick up a win.
2-0. Speaking of picking up a win, the Mets haven't picked up a win in 3 games. They lost their last 3 games in Washington to the Nationals. They sit 10 games under 500. That one flipped into left field. Yelich over and now in, and he makes the catch.
The old instincts almost kicked in. I almost called for that one.
All right, I don't know, Hud, if you show up on the defense here, though, but it's brought to you by the Cleveland Clinic, Florida.
As always, well, we saw Yelich move over, make that play. Marisnik and Stanton in the outfield. Lucas at third, Morrison at first, up the middle, Echeverria and Solano, and Jeff Mathis behind the plate.
David Wright now having an outstanding year for a ball club that's 10 under. Wright hitting over 300. His on-base percentage is close to 400, but he's not getting on in this one. Little pop-up on the infield. Morrison has it, and that's Jacob Turner, folks. A 7-pitch inning, and away we go to the bottom of the first. At Goodyear, everything Goodyear has learned, making tires that go the distance, inspires what they roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven. There's our friends out here at the Clevelander, out here partying with us at the Foundation's Fantasy Auction. JM Lexus brings you the Marlins lineup. Adeiny Echeverria is at short, leading off Christian Yelich in left field. Giancarlo Stanton in right. Logan Morrison hits cleanup. Ed Lucas slotted behind Morrison with Donovan Solano in the 6th spot. Jake Marisnick, Jeff Mathis, and Jacob Turner to face Jeremy Hefner, the 27-year-old out of Oral Roberts, Perkins, Oklahoma, is where he calls home.
He's had a couple of outings, Rich, against the Marlins this year. Back on April 5th, 7-5 loss, but he gave up just 1 run. He's pitched well against the Marlins, but nothing to show for it. Another outing in New York, a 2-1 loss. He gave up just a couple of runs in 8 innings.
Echeverria, a little tapper toward short. Quintanilla, quick release in time to get Echeverria. So there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 1st. You can follow along with the fantasy auction. You see the numbers at the bottom of your screen there. 305-480-FISH. 305-480-3474. The Cleveland Clinic brings you the Mets defense.
E. White Jr. in left, Juan Lagares in center, Marlon Byrd, the veteran, in right. Quintanilla, Murphy, and Ike Davis around the infield. Anthony Recker does the catching.
Christian Yelich now. Yelich goes after the first pitch and pops it fouling out of play. Yelich, along with Jake Marisnick, enjoying their first week in the big leagues. You can see what he's done in 6 games. On a serious note, there's a little tapper up the line, and it gets foul, fortunately for Yelich. And so he'll stay with the at-bat. Tino Martinez, the Marlins hitting coach, resigned after the ball game yesterday. Many have read about it. The Marlins have turned to a longtime minor league coach right now as their temporary hitting coach.
Yeah, John Pearson has been in the organization the last 10 years. Right now he's been the field coordinator, so JP, as a lot of guys call him. John Pearson will be the hitting coach for the remainder, I would imagine. And he knows most of these young players, certainly.
In a difficult situation, certainly.
Yes.
For Tino Martinez, for Mike Redmond. Hefner to the plate, the 1-2. That's another tapper. This one is going to stay fair. Hefner fields and just gets Yelich. Giancarlo Stanton coming to the plate. Yesterday, Stanton, a decisive blow. A laser beam home run that gave the Marlins a 3-2 lead. Jose Fernandez and Steve Cishek would hold that lead. And if you're a fan of Giancarlo Stanton, we got a nice Stanton item coming up on the mini board, which will be revealed in the 2nd.
Stanton reached base, Rich, 11 of 13 plate appearances in that series against the Pirates. Had 7 hits, 7 for 9.
And Stanton, the most likely to put us in peril out here in left field. 9 for his last 13, 2 homers, 4 doubles. The hardest ball he hit yesterday was the double down the line, which was clocked at 111 miles an hour off the bat. That one almost sounded like it got him. And it's 2-1.
93 is about the tops for Jeremy Hefner. He's not going to overpower you with stuff. Has a little bit of everything.
Stanton with the count 3-1. 13 home runs now for Giancarlo. Logan Morrison is on deck. And it's up and in. And so Stanton, who has been taking his walks lately, which means that when he does get a pitch to hit, he's been on it, trots down to first. Logan Morrison climbs in, and we scout Jeremy Hefner.
Talked about Hefner, a controlled pitcher. Trust me, he was just pitching around Stanton. Word is out. No, nobody wants Stanton to hurt them. Upper 80s, and he'll reach 90s with the 2-seamer. He uses all 4 pitches.
Morrison now. 1 for 2 yesterday, a single and a walk. Marlins didn't have a whole lot of hitting yesterday. They scratched out a couple of runs to tie the game in the 4th against Garrett Cole and the Pirates. And then Stanton's homer in the 6th was the difference. 8 marvelous innings by Jose Fernandez, 13 strikeouts. Fernandez actually was out here in the Clevelander, Tommy.
Yeah, he stopped by to say hi. The National League Player of the Week along with Steve Cishek.
How nice is that? Morrison fouls that pitch back. Fernandez, along with Cishek, both signed 100 baseballs that went in our pledge packs. We sell those before the event for a $125 donation. You get a ball, and you get all kinds of cool stuff. Fox Sports Florida shirts, MLB Network caps, Marlins jersey, stuff like that. And those sold out, I want to say, in about 4 days this year. Fastball is up from Hefner. We did that through Twitter. And away they went. And unfortunately, Tommy Hutton, I told you to just wait till we got to Colorado.
I've forgiven you by now, though.
By the time you got to Colorado, they were all gone. Breaking ball misses low and inside.
Here's a guy, by the way, Logan Morrison, who had a good series, 4 for 9 against Pittsburgh. If Lomo can catch fire and start driving the ball, mix in a few home runs, it'll make a difference with the way teams pitch to Stanton. But if he doesn't, they'll just keep pitching around Giancarlo.
Ike Davis back in the big leagues after a spell down in the minor leagues, holding Stanton on. 2-2, the count to Morrison. Full count.
Well, with 2 down, Stanton will be on the move.
And the 3-2. Morrison breaks his bat, and the roller is out to Murphy. So is most of the bat. And the Marlins are done in the first. Scoreless. The auction underway. It's a live shot above Miami right now. Top of the second. Let's go down to Frank Fort with a special guest.
All right, in the Clevelander, not far from you guys, with David Sampson, the club president, and Alfredo Mesa from the Marlins Community Foundation. And we have a check presentation, David. But first of all, just tell us the importance of this fantasy auction night to the Marlins in terms of raising money for the foundation.
Well, first I want to thank Rich Waltz. I want to say he does an unbelievable job championing this, as well as the rest of you guys at Fox. You know, since we've been to this ballpark, we've had more than $1.7 million that's gone into the community around here, with over $500,000 of that into education. And all the money tonight will go into education. And you talk about someone like Kiwanis and the work they do. You know, we play baseball and we love it, but what's going on in the community around here is pretty special, Frank.
All right, Alfredo, how about what would you like to contribute to this? Because it is a special night for everybody, and it's one of the biggest I think, money raisers that the Marlins have, if not the biggest.
It certainly is. And what makes it very special for all of us who work here at the Marlins is that we're able to be present in the schools year-round. We're in the schools with partners like the Kiwanis. And tonight, every dollar raised will go right back into the school system.
All right, go ahead and make your check presentation. This is Gene Hernandez, who's head of the Kiwanis Foundation. Gene, this is a big check, and it's for $20,000. How much does this help your cause?
A lot. It really does help a lot. Thank you to the Marlins and the foundation. This is not the first year they do this. We're up to $60,000, and hopefully it will continue through backpacks, going to inner city schools, giving to kids scholarships, toys during the holidays. It's all for the Little Havana area, and we thank you for being involved here. Thank you so much.
All right, Gene, thanks so much. David and Alfredo, thank you guys very much. Let's go back now to Rich and Tommy. Guys?
All right, thank you, Frank. Thank you, David. As we go to the second inning, scoreless ball game. This guy, Tommy, is very quietly putting up some good numbers and having a solid year. That's Marlon Byrd, the right fielder for the Mets.
No, a veteran guy whose name has bounced around out there in a lot of rumors, because at 35, I don't think a lot of people thought that Marlon Byrd would be having this kind of year, but he's a proven player. He's a past All-Star. He was an All-Star with the Cubs in 2010.
Jacob Turner had a nice, tidy 1-2-3 first. Ike Davis, Juan Lagares will follow. And a line shot right there to Echeverria. Let's head up to the big board. Craig Minervini. What you got, Craig?
All right, hey, Rich, 305-480-FISH. We want to talk about the Field of Dreams. This is one of the great packages we're offering of our 10 on the big board. Catered suite for 22 to our Marlins regular season home game, courtesy of Levi Restaurants. Use of the official visiting team's locker room to get ready. You have your name shown on Marlins Vision for the game, because you get to use Marlins Park and have your own game. You must provide your own equipment, turf shoes only. You could play any kind, kickball if you want, a little softball, a little baseball, whatever you want. Also, you'd be coached by a Marlins player, former player or coach as well. But the park is yours. It's after the season, and it is, like all of these things, one of a kind. You can't get them anywhere else.
Yeah, and last year was just an incredible experience for everybody involved in that one. Ike Davis is up right now. Did I see the cruise was at 1,600? I thought I was in there at 1,500.
You're thinking about that family vacation.
But
hey, by the way, the Field of Dreams, to me, has brought more meaning the fact that it's here at Marlins Park, and you can come indoors on a hot day.
Well, one of the special things about that, Tommy, number one, you get to come to a game and sit in a suite for 22, fully catered with all the cool stuff that you get in a suite. You actually get to play the game once the season is over, and you bring your team into the visiting clubhouse. You dress in the visiting clubhouse, and then you just take the field. Your names are up on Marlins Vision and all that. That one fouled back and out of play.
Ike Davis trying to get it back together after his demotion. That was shortly after we left New York, I believe. He hit 293 in AAA, but hasn't really gotten it going. Hit just 226 and one home run since he's come back.
In the air, over for it, Marisnik. And Marisnik is there and makes the catch. And so Jacob Turner has a couple of outs here in the second. Our Twitter poll. We're getting a lot of tweets actually about our guests on our live open. AT&T versus Twitter poll. Who's going to have the better second half? Will it be the Fish or will it be the Mets? Actually, the Mets have played better than the Marlins in the month of July. The Mets in the month of July are 13 and 11. The Marlins are 11 and 12 in July. The Marlins, however, you go back to the end of May, the Marlins have the best record in the East since May 31st at 27 and 22. That's a good poll. That one flipped out to right. Stanton is there, and he makes the catch. When we get back, we will open the mini board. Fox Sports Florida Fantasy Auction. But the Clevelander, Jose Fernandez. And here was our chat. Jose, first of all, thank you for being involved in this great event, for signing the balls and coming out here. It's a special part. You have really impressed a lot of people by getting involved in the community.
I mean, I like to do that. I think that's really important, getting back to the people that come and support our games. And I mean, for me and for the team, all the players, all my teammates, we love when the fans come out here and they support. So it's pretty fun. And for me, I enjoy doing this for the fans.
Which charity I know that you have a lot of charities, and I know the foundation is going to give you some money for signing the balls. Have you found a charity that you like, that you're going for?
Yeah, most likely. I think I was talking to Alex, and I think we're going to give it to the hospital with the kids, St. Youth or something like that. Some of the kids that have, problems and stuff. So we're thinking of doing it for the kids.
Hey, by the way, congratulations on National League Co-Player of the Week, and it's nice to share it with Steve Cishek. I don't know if you've heard that news.
Yeah. Well, they told me to about 3:30. And I went to Cishek and I congratulated him, and so it's pretty nice, get Player of the Week with your teammate that you will see working hard every day, and it's pretty amazing.
Congratulations! Thanks for coming out and seeing us out here.
Thank you, sir.
Well, what a terrific kid!
Outstanding.
Yep. And yeah, I mean that's the news that about 4 o'clock, the Marlins getting not one but two Players of the Week in the National League: Jose Fernandez and Steve Cishek. And how about good karma, because those were the two guys that signed the baseballs for our pledge packs.
Look at the numbers for the week. Jose had that great game in Denver, and then certainly last night his 13 strikeout performance. Cishek, 5 saves in 5 innings. You know what I always like to say, Rich? You know what I say during games? Good things happen when you do good things.
That's right.
You move the runner over, sometimes you get a base hit.
Yep, and Cishek certainly very active in the community as well. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball up to Ed Lucas. Lucas, Donovan Solano, Jake Marisnick in the second for the Marlins. Marlins and Mets opening up a 4-game series. Jeremy Hefner, as Tommy had noted, has been cuffed around in his last 2 starts. Lucas fouls it back. He gave up 8 runs on 10 hits in a loss to the Phillies, and followed that up with a loss in Atlanta, giving up 5 runs in just 4 1/3.
Yeah, his last 2 starts, 6 1/3 innings, 13 earned runs. He's been hurt this year by the home run ball, too.
Breaking ball, Lucas stays alive at 2-2. Craig is getting ready to unveil the mini board. We have the big board. If you'd like to follow along, again, just go to marlins.com/fantasy, and you've got the whole list of items. Lucas fouls that one back. 2-2. The golf experience with Tommy Hutton. Special guest appearance now. Not only do you get to play golf with Tommy, but Jeff Conine now has a foursome that you can play with Niner as well.
Well, we've added another foursome, so there are 2 foursomes, and somehow down the road I can sense a challenge. One foursome against the other.
There's Annalie, one of the Fox Sports Florida girls, working the board. Here's a 3-2 pitch. And strike 3 called. Andy Fletcher, the home plate umpire. All right, let's head up to Craig. We had the big board, Craig.
Yeah, time to talk about the mini board, the Grant Thornton mini board. We've got some great items this year, Rich. La Noche Santiaguera is a great chance to meet Adeni Echeverria. Limited edition Cuban cigars, 20 of them, 125th anniversary. We've got David Wright. That includes an autographed item from David Wright and a couple of Tommy Bahama polos and All-Star polos and Mets polos. The play ball kids experience, change the bases, the pitching experience as well. The fantasy draft we talked about earlier. This one here with Mike Hill, where you can have your draft for your baseball fantasy league in Jupiter, the Marlins clubhouse. Mike Hill, the Marlins GM, will come down, help you out, fully catered. Among the other items, the hitting experience, batting practice experience, play ball with the kids. Stanton memorabilia is going to be a big one here. And our food lover experience, brought to you by Whole Foods in Coral Springs. Guys, these bids start at $250. Jordana and Annalie will be putting your name up in mere moments.
Now, if you go to marlins.com/fantasy, you can learn all about the food lovers experience. That's an incredible one. A lot of food. And some beverages involved there, too. That one line foul and out of play. The fantasy draft was a very popular one last year. If you play fantasy baseball and you have a draft,
great opportunity,
and you have a draft party, you can get a Major League general manager to sit in on your draft party. That surprised us last year. It became one of the more popular mini board items last year. I don't know if Michael Hill was able to get a cut of the winner's share of whoever wins this year, but the teams that did it and the folks that did it really enjoyed. David Wright fires over to first in time. All right, here's a look at that fantasy draft party. It's on the mini board. Bids are open now. Host your draft party in the Marlins clubhouse. Levy Restaurants will cater it, so it's catering for all your buddies. And Mike Hill is there. If you've got a question, do I go Robinson Cano or Chase Utley?
He's the guy to ask.
He's the guy to ask.
Hey, Mike stopped by earlier, too, to say hi.
Here's the other cool thing. Stats out of Los Angeles provides official statistics for Fox NFL football, Fox Major League Baseball on Saturdays, all of the Fox regionals, including Fox Sports Florida. You will get a year-long subscription to Stats. And so for your fantasy league, you can follow every stat, all the sabermetrics, all of that. It's all part of the package. Jake Marisnik now, and he takes low and inside.
They supply everything to our crack staff as well.
Yes, they do. Marisnik, couple of hits now. He was able to get his first major league hit out of the way against the Pirates. Hefner fires one up and in, and it's 1-2. And that's one of the things Tommy talked about yesterday is the sequence of pitches and how teams are approaching him.
Pounding him in, hard stuff in, hard stuff in. If they get away, once in a while they'll show him something off the plate away.
That's away, and Marisnik takes it.
One thing he's shown, Rich, he's shown pretty good patience in laying off the sliders, the stuff off the plate away. And back in.
Two and two. That one flipped down the right field line, twisting and turning, and it's a foul ball. If you're just happening by, you've got the Marlins and you've got the Mets and you've got our special night once a year. We combine baseball with a party in the Clevelander with a terrific charitable event. It's the Fox Sports Florida Fantasy Auction presented by the Clevelander. You can see the number down below, 305-480-3474. There's all kinds of exclusive, cool items to bid on. We even have one for you Met fans. Here's a 2-2. That one pulled foul. The David Wright package, you get a David Wright autographed bat. In fact, David said, I've got the bat, but I need to use it during the game. Is it okay if I give it to you when the series is over?
He said, do you need it tonight? No, we're okay. We'll take it at the end of the series.
Also, Tommy Bahama sent us 4 gorgeous shirts. There's a liner in the gap, left center, and it's caught on the run by Lagares. We'll talk more about it when we return. Everyone's welcome at the Fantasy Auction.
español es presentado en SAP por Coventry Healthcare of Florida.
In the Clevelander, the fans that are here for the fantasy auction, Craig has got the big board. What you got, Craig?
We got the big board going here. Our top item is at $2,300 for the Royal Caribbean Cruise, which I'm sorry to say you were on the board, but margin has got you. We'll get more to that in a moment. The minimum bid there is $500. We're well over that now. We're just getting going on the mini board. Minimum bid is $250. Tonight, David writes in the series, you heard Rich say the bat he's using in this very series he's going to autograph for you, and you could bid on it starting at $250. But that's not all. Look at these beautiful shirts from Tommy Bahama, 2 New York Met polos from Tommy Bahama, and 2 Tommy Bahama 2013 one-of-a-kind All-Star polos as the All-Star game returned to Flushing, Queens this year. So you got the 4 shirts plus the David Wright autographed item, and get on the board. Nobody's on yet. $250, Rich.
Oh, no one's on the Mets package? Come on.
Not yet?
Met fans, represent, or else Tommy will go on one of his rants.
That's some good stuff.
Maybe
those camp shirts are like the ones we're wearing.
Yeah, we're wearing All-Star camp shirts from another All-Star game. Christian Yelich picks that one up. The Mets have a base runner with a single to open up the third. Anthony Recker, Mets catcher. Here we are out in the Clevelander. Now, we've got All-Star shirts from a different All-Star game. This is the All-Star game for 2011 when it was in Phoenix.
Yeah.
So the shirts in the Mets package are actually from the Citi Field All-Star game. And here we are out here in left field watching this ball game from a terrific spot. And we have plenty to eat, plenty to drink. And the Mets have something going here in the third. Omar Quintanilla now for the Mets. And Quintanilla takes outside from Jacob Turner. Turner mowed right through the first 6 that he faced. He's got Jeremy Hefner coming up third in this inning. Here's the 1-0. Right back to Turner. It's off of Turner. Rolls to third. Lucas, a high throw and safe at first. Morrison couldn't come down with the ball, and the Mets now have runners at first and second. I'm not sure even if Morrison had held it if they would have had the out.
Well, that's a tough play. This ball hit hard by Quintanilla, deflected by Turner. Actually, I think he called him safe before he saw the ball was dropped anyway.
Yes, he did.
First base umpire, Joe West.
And that sets up nicely for Terry Collins, who came out to visit with us before the ball game. Collins is like many managers during batting practice. He will wander through the outfield, talk to players, talk to pitchers, especially bullpen guys, see how they're doing. And he wandered by our spot, saw us, and came over and said, "What the heck are you guys doing out here in left field?"
Terry Collins is always great. He's always gracious to us. We always spent time with him in his office. And so this time he spent time with us in our office.
Yes. Well, our office happens to be the Clevelander. That butt popped up, and Mathis struggled to get it. Almost got it. This is us earlier. Now there's Terry with his back to us. And it's like,
he said, "Come on over.
Come on over." And he did. Top of the order looms with Eric Young, Daniel Murphy, if Hefner can get the runners over. And he fails to there. The count now at 0-2. He's done a nice job as the skipper of the Mets, and he hasn't had a whole lot to work with. His teams, you ask any advanced scout around baseball, and they'll say that the Mets play hard. They don't have a roster full of talent, especially hitters. And I think both of these ball clubs throw back behind the runner. Both these ball clubs moving forward, Tommy, the pitching seems to be set in terms of young pitchers. Certainly with Harvey and Wheeler in the Mets rotation, Turner, Evaldi, Hernandez, Alvarez in the Marlins rotation. The challenge going forward, I think, for both organizations, find hitters, find young hitters or other hitters that can provide offense.
And Rich, the same can be said of Mike Redmond's club when you talk to scouts and other managers around the league. They play hard.
Here's Eric Young.
Yeah, you got a Henderson Alvarez, Jose Fernandez, Evaldi, Turner. It's a good way to look at the future.
Eric Young Jr. Of course, his father, well, he just saw the Colorado Rockies. That's where his father made his mark in the big leagues.
And Junior spent some time with the Rockies. He's added some speed to the top of the order for the Mets.
Acquired from the Rockies in exchange for Colin McHugh. His dad, of course, coaching with Arizona. Morrison bobbles, a lot of speed, and he's out at first base. Now the Marlins fortunate to get the out because Young can flat out fly. Morrison kicked it around for a bit, but Turner was there.
Good bare hand pick and a good job by Turner, and it looked like he might have been safe.
I think the Marlins got a break.
Yes, they did.
So it goes 3-1 in the scorebook.
Runners advance, so runners now at second and third, but 2 out.
Daniel Murphy now. I don't think we've ever seen Daniel Murphy where his average hasn't been 280, 290, 300.
And it's tough if you see him and it's not there, you know it's going to get there. He's been a hot hitter.
Yes, he has. You see what he's done last 10 days.
He had a 2-homer game not too long ago against the Nationals.
Ground ball into left field. That's a base hit, and the Mets are on the board. Record comes across. Quintanilla will score, and the Mets have a 2-0 lead. And it's Daniel Murphy, the pride of Jacksonville, who delivers.
Well, he's been doing damage. He's that kind of hitter. Not a bad pitch by Jacob Turner, down away, but that's exactly where he took it. 51 RBIs now for Murphy.
And the ball kicked up. You could see Echeverria just trying to get it to prevent the second run from scoring, but it kicked up over his glove. Now Wright takes a fastball up. Two outs. Murphy at first. Our Cholula hot sauce spotlight player. Why not? David Wright. All-time home runs. Wright is one behind Mike Piazza and certainly within striking distance of Darryl Strawberry. Not this year, but probably next year.
He'll get there. He'll pass it.
24 of the homers have come at the Marlins' expense. What's up on the mini board that David Wright experience? 350? Where are we? There it is, second one.
Okay.
350. Koch is on there for 350. What's at 1200? The batting practice experience.
That's the batting practice experience, $1,200. We're going to get a better dollar sign here from Jordana.
You know what? I mean, just thinking about that David Wright experience, Craig.
Yeah, David Wright's up to 350.
The Tommy Bahama shirts alone are worth well over $400.
Easily.
Yes.
By the way, Jordana, do you have the better handwriting? Is that what's coming out?
I totally have the better handwriting, that's for sure. If you look at the big board, it's not as pretty.
I think the numbers are pretty, though, Rich.
Wright yanks that one down the left field line, and it's a fair ball, and into the corner. Murphy digging around third, and he's going to score. David Wright has delivered, and the Mets have a 3-0 lead. And Wright continues to have a real nice offensive year, his 22nd double.
Boy, he adjusts so well when it pitches in. He brings his hands in. He gives you that appearance that you can pitch him there. And he makes the adjustments so well. Keeps this ball fair, doubles home Murphy. And just like that, now the Mets have a 3-0 lead.
That should push his bat higher, an autographed David Wright bat, along with those Tommy Bahama shirts. There's a liner to center. That one's well hit. Marisnik goes back, and he's there, and he makes the catch. But the Mets have struck for 3 runs. And here on the Fox Sports Florida Fantasy Auction, there's a bidding area. You can do it by picking up the phone, 305-480-FISH. Making tires that go the distance inspires what they roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven. Live shot, Marlins Park, and it's 3-0. Lauren Kellner from Breakthrough Miami. Now, we like to bring you on, Lauren, because you are one of the charities that the Marlins Foundation gives money to. And first of all, welcome to our broadcast location here.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here today.
All right. Tell us about Breakthrough Miami. Why is it important that fans out there give money to your charity?
Breakthrough Miami is an education program. We work with highly motivated, at-risk middle school and high school students. We recruit them in the 4th grade, and we provide them with services from 4th grade all the way until they graduate high school. And the goal is that they all graduate on time and go on to 4-year colleges and universities.
Lauren, how did you yourself get involved with Breakthrough?
I was originally a Miami-Dade County public school teacher, and I started working with them one summer, and I've been there. I just completed my 7th summer with them this year.
All right. You want to call the game with us here? As
I'll
Jeff
try.
Mathis takes a fastball for a strike. What's your success rate for getting the kids, as you mentioned, through to high school, then on from there?
So this year's the 2013 graduating class, 100% of them graduated on time, and 98% are enrolled in 4-year colleges and universities.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And next year I graduate my first class of students that I recruited.
And what year did you recruit them?
In 2007.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I've seen them all the way from 6th grade, and now they're graduating seniors.
That's a better rate than Rich and I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, our rate's not that good.
Marlins down 3-0. Jeff Mathis up right now with Jacob Turner and Adeiny Echeverria to follow. Mathis takes a Hefner fastball up. The Mets striking for 3 runs. Daniel Murphy with a 2-run hit. And David Wright with an RBI double. Here's the 3-1. Of course, to raise money for your charity, we have to raise money here tonight. That's why it's important. Now, one of the big items here is the Fox Sports Florida Broadcaster Experience. The Rockies and the Marlins will play on August 23rd. It's a catered suite for 16. You get to interview a Marlins player or alumni recorded by DVD by us here at Fox Sports Florida. You get 16 on-field batting practice passes. And, of course, you get to watch the game from the suite as well. You get to come into the booth and meet Tommy. I'll be there as well. Then you go to the radio booth. You can meet a Hall of Famer and Dave Van Horn and Glenn Geffner. You get a tour of the press box, all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Craig, how is that broadcaster experience doing?
Rich, the broadcaster experience is now at, we're just getting an update as we speak. So let's see what Annalee is going to put down. $1,000. And it's going to get a new name here. Sounds like a name. Skip. And I think her handwriting is just fine, by the way, for a lefty. Skip Brady. Okay, Skip Brady.
My handwriting is wonderful. Okay,
Hey, Craig.
I love it.
I see the name.
Yes,
I see the name Fanatic up there. Is that a Philly fan?
Could it be? It must be. And you know, it would make sense. Tommy Hutton's golf package and a Fanatic.
That's a foul ball. The home plate umpire, Andy Fletcher, is saying the ball was either touched after it was bunted by Turner. Anthony Recker didn't like the call. Here's a look. Well, I don't know, Tommy.
Wow.
It didn't look like it hit him.
No, it didn't.
It didn't. Obviously didn't touch his bat twice. It didn't touch him. He would have been out. He was clearly out of the box. It counts 1-2. Lauren, what did you think of that?
It didn't look like it touched him.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No
That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do for this
It's
job.
easy. Lauren Kellner from Breakthrough Miami is with us, and that one is fouled off. All right, now Lauren, as we say goodbye to you, the Marlins Foundation has made you one of their partners. What difference has that money made for you and for your kids?
This summer we were able to teach a PE elective, a baseball class, and they donated all of the baseballs and bats and gloves for the students. They also all got to come to a game this summer, and for some of our students it was their first baseball game ever, which was an awesome experience for them.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Well, we thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Congratulations on getting the grant from the Marlins Foundation. And you did a fine job. You helped us out with that bunt play.
No problem, anytime.
Which was not easy. All right. Lauren Kellner. And certainly one of the reasons that we're here is raising money. Site director for Breakthrough Miami.
Thank you, Lauren.
Echeverria's up. And a breaking ball. It's 1-1. Now, Adeiny Echeverria has a package up on the little board, Tommy Hutton.
And what would that be?
Well, we're going to get there in a second.
Take a look.
Here's the 1-1. There's a ground ball up the middle. Murphy backhands. Quintanilla turns. Safe at first base. All right, on the little board, here it is. Adeiny Echeverria, La Noche Santaguera package. Meet and greet for two with Adeiny Echeverria. 2 home plate box tickets to a 2013 Marlins game. 20 125th anniversary limited edition cigars. There you go. Marlins Domino's plus a Domino's table. You get to meet Cookie and Raul. And you get to meet the Hall of Famer, Felo Ramirez, and an autographed bat from Tony
Oh, that's
Perez.
a great package.
Santiaguera. There you go. That one fouled off. Craig, how's that one doing? How's Echeverria's package?
Echeverria's package is at, I think it's 250. Yeah, Sam B's got the first bid arm, $250. We got bids on all the items. And a quick look on the big board, we were over $16,000, $17,000 already early on.
How's the cruise?
The cruise is at 2,300.
Put me down for 2,500.
2,500, Rich Waltz, if you don't mind.
Runner goes, throws into center. Echeverria on his way to third. When he stops and comes back to second.
Rich, we put your name up. Can we get a shot? Penalty has just put your name up. Look at that. Look at that.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm at 20.
A little heart
20
for you, Rich.
Yeah, but you got to make it 2,500.
2,500. But she was more concerned with the love than the number. 2,500. Okay.
Here's that play at second base.
Well, the throw had Echeverria beaten, but the throw was low, got by Quintanilla, but backed up nicely by the center fielder, Juan Lagares.
Yelich takes outside. Well, Jeremy Hefner has been outstanding so far tonight. Marlins right now did not have a hit. The Mets have 4 hits with their 3 runs. And Yelich with the count at 2-2. Stanton is on deck. And here's a case certainly where hitting in front of Giancarlo Stanton is a great spot to be. Because Stanton looms on deck. Hefner doesn't want to face him with runners first and second. And Yelich goes after a changeup and missed it. And Hefner has yet to give up a hit. Party on in the Clevelander, and the bidding is going. Join us, won't you? Marlins.com/fantasy if you want to follow along at home. Shots from the Goodyear blimp, and they've been a terrific partner of ours, and they're also involved in a couple of packages. The Big Night Outs, how about that? Catered suite for 16 to a Marlins regular season game, bottle service at the Clevelander, Goodyear blimp ride for 4, a liquor basket. I mean, need I say more than liquor basket? Haircut by Hugo. Hugo is throwing in a haircut. There he is. The Wall of Fame. All the Major League players get their hair cut. And joining us now, and you know, it just occurred to me, Corky Belanger is the pilot for the Goodyear blimp.
He's not involved in the liquor basket.
Well,
at the time of piloting.
Who's flying the blimp right now?
We have 3 pilots working our operation, so we kind of trade out flying the games over and over.
So when's the last game that you had? Is it like a rotation?
Yeah, it is a rotation. We usually fly about 3 games a month for the Marlins. I was up last day game we had here, and it's good. It's enjoyment. So.
Now, do you have, when you're up doing a Marlins game, do you have the broadcast in your headset?
We do. We have the broadcast in our headset along with the producer we're listening to, and just trying to get the best aerial shot we can of Miami and the stadium.
And you guys have gotten some fabulous shots.
It's a beautiful place to fly.
It's tremendous.
Who's flying today? Who's your pilot today?
Matt Lucier.
Matt, how are you up there? Can you do like a barrel roll for us to acknowledge? 3-0 Mets on top. Corky Belanger of Goodyear. So if someone were to buy that package, the Big Night Out, we wanted to call it Hangover Part 5, you know, sort of in honor of that movie, but there were copyrights involved and all of that.
Too much.
If someone were to buy that and get the blimp ride for 4, what does that entail?
It entails obviously coming out for a blimp ride. We fly over South Florida pretty much on a daily basis, so get to see marine life all in downtown Fort Lauderdale. We usually fly typically an hour, so up and down the beach, anywhere from Boca, Fort Lauderdale. It's all up and down the coast.
What are some of if there is a particular popular route, is there one that people seem to choose mostly?
Depending if they're from here or not. Most people like to see Fort Lauderdale. There's a lot of action down there, so you get a lot of waterways and boats. And if you go a little bit farther north, it seems like you see more marine life, dolphins, whales, stingrays, stuff like that. So
that's what impressed me the most is when I was able, probably 5-6 years ago when we first started the auction.
Didn't you take your family?
I took my family up there, and we went over the beach and to see marine life, including a few sharks.
Right.
And it's like, I'm amazed at how close they were to the people that were swimming in the ocean.
They are. They're just nurse sharks, so they're pretty small, 3-4 footers. I spend a lot of time on the water, so I know where to and not to go.
That's a foul ball. Juan Lagares lines it found. Now you guys are involved in 2 different packages, the Big Night Out and the Osei Can You See. Now, the big ticket item here is a gift certificate off the cost of a bilateral LASIK procedure from Millennium Laser Eye Centers. You get a $150 gift card from the Sunglasses Hut. Now, that's once you get your eyes fixed. You come to a Marlins game. It's in the Diamond Club. Skyline Tour of Marlins Park. Stand on the field with Jose Fernandez for the national anthem. And there's your Goodyear blimp ride for 4. Fly ball, left field, hit deep. Back goes Yelich right in front of us. And he makes the catch. Let's see where the Osei Can You See package is. Craig, where is that on the big board right now? Osei Can You See.
I'm sorry. Osei Can You See, guys, is at $600.
$600.
That's it. That's the low one, actually, right now. We're almost over 20,000
well, if you
on
want,
the board.
I mean, if you need to have LASIK done, if you have always wanted to do it, here's a great opportunity to contribute to a charity, get the LASIK surgery, and get all the cool stuff that goes along with it.
That's got to be close to a $6,000 value right in and of itself, I believe.
I would think so.
In fact, Anna Lee is thinking about bidding on it. Go ahead. You can put the name on it. All right.
Mets have a 3-0 lead in the top of the 4th. Anthony Recker, who got things started in the 3rd inning with a base hit. Now, I jokingly said when Corky came to the booth, are you related to the former Oriole Mark Belanger? And it just so happens you are.
Yeah, it's a distant cousin.
He could play a little.
He could.
Are you an Oriole fan because of that?
I am not. I'm actually a Texas Rangers fan.
Really? I saw Earl Weaver's brother here tonight.
His son.
Oh, is it his son?
It's his son here, yeah.
Nice. So we have an Oriole connection.
An Oriole connection, yeah.
You might want to go tell him you're Belanger's cousin. Turner working here with an out in the 4th. And Recker tries to check his swing. And it goes around. Anthony Recker, the 29-year-old out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Climbed all the way up from Alvernia University, Division II in Pennsylvania.
See, Rich, I have a question for Corky. When you start out to become a pilot, do you start out to become a blimp pilot, or do you also have a...
Actually, started out flying airplanes.
Airplanes,
Airplanes first, then after I sold enough tires, they let me fly the blimp around.
The biggest challenge for flying a blimp as opposed to an airplane?
It's a lot different. A lot of the flying an airplane, you're flying numbers. You're flying rate of descent, instrumentation more. Blimps all fly by field. So.
I've always been intrigued at the landings. How do you land? You have guys down below trying to pull it in?
Yeah, we operate with about 12 guys on the ground.
Yeah.
And we have 2 ropes to hang off the front of it, and they actually keep us anchored into the wind once we do get on the ground. So blimp actually moves faster sideways than it does forward. It's a big sail, so you want to keep that nose into the wind at all times.
Okay.
Quintanilla takes a fastball outside. Now, I'm sure you get all types of folks, and it's not like you can just walk off the street and get a blimp ride, right? I
Correct.
mean, this is a special deal that you bestow upon certain charities across South Florida?
Absolutely, and we donated roughly around $200,000 last year in charity, just locally. We have 3 operations, one down here, one in Los Angeles, California, one in Akron, Ohio. Last year, annually, about $450,000 total for all 3.
What type of hijinks go on either on the blimp or in the hangar? Is there any goofing around at all? Or?
No.
None?
We just make sure the tires are shined up nice and shiny so everybody knows we have Goodyear on all our
How many does the
equipment,
cabin hold? How many can fly in a blimp?
There's 6 plus 1 pilot, so 7 total.
Okay.
And there's actually a seat next to the co-pilot seat. We don't have a co-pilot, so you're actually sitting right next to the
What happens
pilot.
if something happens to you?
We just keep floating.
And your voice, you don't have that whole helium voice the whole ride, do you?
No, not at all.
Okay. Figured I'd ask. I mean, I'm sure it was on someone's mind out there. No, we had a great time. The way you land it, I mean, it's amazing how the blimp goes just like nose straight down, and then when you take off, the nose goes up. It's a really fun experience.
Yeah, it's about 30 degrees up, 30 degrees nose down. And coming from airplanes, you wouldn't do that in an airplane, so it gets your attention. It's a lot of fun.
Hefner is on deck right now.
What's the speed of the
speed
blimp?
is we cruise around 30 knots, 50 on a good day.
The 3-0 pitch. Turner at the knees and missed someplace. Not quite sure where, but this copyrighted telecast is presented not only in the Clevelander, but by the authority of the Miami Marlins. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Miami Marlins.
Now, I do know every once in a while you guys will be up there for a Marlins game, but some bad weather comes in.
Yeah.
So you have to be attuned to the weather service, and if bad weather's coming in.
I always tell everybody I'm more of a meteorologist than I am a blimp pilot. You have to stay way ahead of it, and especially down here this time of year.
Yeah.
It can get changed rapidly. So we stay on top of that. We have all the equipment on board to do so.
2 outs, Hefner up. Turner trying to get out of this, the 4th. The Mets have a 3-0 lead. It's been all Mets and all Hefner, who certainly has outpitched Jacob Turner so far in this ballgame.
Well, it's a ball club, Rich. The Marlins have played well. They've won 8 of the 11 games they've played against the Mets. And the Mets just happy to score their 3 runs because the last 3 games for the Mets, those last 3 games in D.C., they scored 1 run each game.
Turner misses out, and it's 2-2. 10 starts, 3 wins, 3 losses. Marlins haven't supported Turner a whole lot. And a nice slender ERA, especially at home. And down goes Hefner. Corky Belanger of Goodyear, thanks for your support.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, we'll
thanks,
see.
Corky.
We'll see you flying above Fort Lauderdale soon.
Sounds good.
By Honda. Visit your Honda dealer for great lease and finance deals on fuel-efficient Hondas. And by Coventry Healthcare of Florida, lighting the way to better health. At the Clevelander, party's going, auction's going. Craig Minervini at both boards. Craig?
We wanted to give you an update, Rich. Thank you very much. I'm with Jordana, one of the Fox Sports girls, and this is the mini board. We were going from a high of 1,200 to the batting practice experience. How about this one? Change the bases, $250. You get a chance to come out during a game, actually change the bases for a game. You get tickets to the ball game as well, and an autograph session, and you assist the grounds crew during that game. We'll go over to the big board here. We got some changes coming up. We'll get to after the pitch. And our big board right now, leader is the road trip with the Marlins for $3,000. Guys, you mentioned this earlier. And the Osei Can You See includes the blimp ride, Millennium Eye Center, $5,900 package for LASIK surgery. It's really a sunglass hut, amazing package. This could be a $10,000 type package. It's at $600 right now.
In the air, deep center field, and off the wall. And Giancarlo Stanton has blistered a double to the deepest, darkest part of Marlins Park. And the Marlins have a runner in scoring position. 16th double this season. He stays hot.
Boy, he continues, Rich, just to stay locked in a base hit. So he's 8 for his last 10. You factor in the 7 for 9 against Pittsburgh. He walked his first time up. This ball just took off like a missile.
And so Stanton with a double, Logan Morrison, Ed Lucas, and Donovan Solano trying to get Miami on the board. That blast by Stanton, the Marlins' first hit of the night. Morrison, left field. That one's lined. Over for it is Young. He makes the catch. And Stanton holds at second base. Now our Wendy's. Now that's better. You see the road trip for Stanton, and that included 2 of the best hitters' parks in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, that was a frustrating trip for Giancarlo, but he certainly made up for it since he's been back home.
Here's Lucas now. Hefner, a breaking ball that misses outside. Morrison hit it on the nose. It's interesting perspective out here in left field. We're right behind Eric Young Jr. and just off of Juan Lagares. Lucas shoots that one foul. Normally we sit up. That's our view.
Yeah, that's our view right there.
That's our robotic camera. Here we are.
Nice and relaxed.
And this is the only night we get to wear shorts to the ballpark, which is pretty cool. You know, the toughest thing about doing the game out here, Tommy, is that we don't get to go back into the Clevelander.
We can hear all the action.
Where all the action's going on.
We can't see it.
Whether it's food, whether it's... Hello. She provided us with... a cool, refreshing beverage before the game.
I believe it was a non-alcoholic margarita.
Yours was? And we also had a very nice all-you-can-eat buffet, but it wasn't all we could eat. It was just as fast as we could eat before the show started. And I think dessert was out.
Well, and I felt bad because I was over there chowing down, and we were interrupted, kindly so, by Jose Fernandez when Jose came out.
Yeah, Jose came out to pose for pictures and say hi to folks at the fantasy auction. 2-2 to Ed Lucas. Stands at second. Breaking ball, line foul. This is while you were chowing down. It's amazing to see this kid around charities in the community, because he has jumped in with both feet to a lot of the charitable work done by the foundation. Lucas drives that one to deep left center field. That one is over the head of Lagares. Stanton will score. Lucas around second, headed for third. And Ed Lucas, a triple. His first big league triple. And the Marlins are on the board.
He put up a real nice battle against Hefner and fouled off numerous pitches. They got a fastball right down the chute, and they weren't playing him as deep, certainly, as they would Stanton. And this ball jumped over the head of Lagares and got right into that triangle area. That's the deepest part of the ballpark. Once it got there, Lucas knew he had a 3-base hit. Stanton knew he would score easily.
You know, that's one of the interesting things about Ed Lucas is we see him shoot balls to right field consistently, and then every now and then when they try to pound him in, he'll turn on one.
That's the adjustment that Jake Marisnick's going to have to make.
That's a good point. Of course, Lucas a little more seasoned with the 10 years in the minor leagues than Marisnick. So a triple and a 3-1 game. Now Donovan Solano
This is a must to get this run in from third, less than 2 out.
And with 1 out, the infield is back. Up the middle is back.
Saw Solano hit a nice sacrifice fly yesterday in the 4th inning. Sac fly that drove home Logan Morrison.
Fastball foul back. Solano 5 times has come to the plate in this spot. Just twice he's been able to deliver the run.
Joe Espada talking to Ed Lucas, pointing out the infielders, where they are.
0-2. Fastball up.
Got shortstop and second base. Murphy and Quintanilla, they're back. So ground ball that goes out that way from third base, I'm sure Ed Lucas will be on the move. He might be going on contact anyway, wherever a ball's hit on the ground.
You can see the depth of right. He's not quite even at the bag, nor is Davis at first. And for Solano, contact is imperative right now with the count 2-2. Hefner obviously looking for a punch out. Two and two. Lucas's first big league triple. Driving in Stanton. Hefner is 2-2. Hit him. Well, for the Mets, that's not such a bad thing. It does set up a shot at a double play. For the Marlins, it brings up Jake Marisnick.
You know, and sometimes when you're working on things and trying to get out of a little bit of a slump, 2 for 23 his start as a major leaguer, this could be good for Jake Marisnick because he really has to concentrate. He has a job to do. He has an opportunity to pick up a run here.
You saw that Fox tracks Hefner all over the place.
Pitching coach for the Mets, Dan Warthen, out there. Terry Collins looks on. A little concern right now. And Andy Fletcher heads out there and said, "Hey fellas, let's go. We got an auction to go."
That's right. And anyone got a bid on the David Wright item?
He may have said that.
Our Toyota Trend. 5-game win streak against the Mets, longest since a 6-gamer in 2010. As Frank Fort pointed out earlier, Tommy echoed the Marlins 8-3 against the Mets here in 2013. So if you're Marisnick, Tommy, and you got runners at the corners, the Mets obviously are looking for a ground ball. That's what Hefner's after. For a young hitter, it's an interesting spot. I can remember the conversation we had with Tony Perez last year about this, why he was so good.
Who was unbelievable in these situations.
And Perez said, don't necessarily look for a ball to hit in the air. Just look for a ball you can really drive. Because he said, Tony felt in his day that if you look for a ball you could hit in the air, you might pop it up.
I remember being taught that coming up in the Dodger organization. Look for a ball that you can drive, line drive, try to hit it right over the pitcher's head. Solano, if you get something off speed, it's in. You can get it in the air, you get the run in.
Solano and Lucas at the corners. That one pulled foul. And again, low and in to Marisnick.
Now, Marisnick hit the ball extremely well last time up. Lined out to center field. He'd love to at least do that here, if not more.
Ball and a strike, time called. And Marisnick steps out. It's the fine line between being aggressive and also getting your pitch here. Outside with a breaking ball. The tough balls for Marisnick to lay off have been the ones that have been in.
He's been more apt to chase two-seamers in off the plate than the slider away that's off the plate.
2-1. At the corners, a run across, bottom of the 4th. And there was that pitch in on his hands. That's a ball. And the count's 2-2.
Every once in a while, especially in a situation like this, you can't now with 2 strikes. But every once in a while, he's just going to have to cheat, open up a little bit, get to that pitch, and drive one hard. He does that a couple of times, then all of a sudden the pattern will change.
That was pitch 5 that he just swung at, and it was way in. There's Lucas, RBI triple. Solano hit by a pitch. Two. He laid off that one. And now, record didn't get him to bite there. Will he throw the breaking ball or will he come back in? Mathis is on deck. We'll get you an update on the big board and the little board as well coming up. 3-2. Down.
Good job.
And now the bags are loaded, and here comes Mathis.
Does a real nice job taking some close pitches. Did swing at that one off the plate, but then took a slider away, took another fastball in, took that pitch down.
Well, Jeff Mathis certainly has had his moments this year. He's been hot lately. His average over 300 in the month of July. He's up in a big spot right now.
Yeah, last 21 games for Jeff Mathis, he's been over 300.
Breaking ball up. Mathis is an aggressive hitter by nature. Lucas the RBI triple. Solano hit by a pitch. Marisnik worked a walk. Bags are loaded. 3-1 Mets. Got a fastball. And he just missed it. Terry Collins, skipper of the Mets.
He's got his bullpen going. Scott Atchison's getting ready. Just to our right, Rich.
Another fastball. And another swing and a foul ball. 80 pitches and a stressful inning here. He's not really had a, for a guy that had not given up a hit, he really hasn't had a quick inning.
He's giving a lot of people time to bid, Rich.
1-2 pitch. Popped him up. Murphy makes the catch. That's a huge out because now you've got Jacob Turner up and Mathis unable to deliver a run. Hefner now all he has to do is get the pitcher and he's out of the inning.
Yeah, it's a huge out for the Mets and for Jeremy Hefner. We have seen Jacob Turner get 3 hits though this year.
You see the number on the bottom of your screen, 305-480-3474. That's the number to bid on any of the items. Big board or little board. Marlins.com/fantasy. So if you're at home and you got your laptop, your iPad, or your mobile device out, Marlins.com/fantasy, you can check out all the items. If you're a Met fan and you're watching this one, thanks for hanging with us. We got something special for you in the next half inning. I think you're going to like it.
Got to make sure Frank gets that number. I got a tweet from a Frank, and he's up in Philly, and he happened to upon us in the game, and he's interested in the golf package. So just check out that number and get your bid in, Frank.
Turner with a roller. Quintanilla drops the ball. 1 run scores. Throw to third. 2-run score. In a rundown is Marisnik. He'll be tied, and a huge error on Omar Quintanilla. And the Marlins have tied the game. It looked like a routine play. 2-run score, 3-3 Marlins and Mets. We're back after this injury prevention message brought to you by the Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Adding to the Lucas RBI triple. And we go to the 5th inning. Let's check in with Frank Fort. Frank?
All right, thanks a lot. As we continue on our fantasy auction night, we're with Nancy Harrison, who's a teacher at Pasadena Lakes Elementary. And she is such a big Marlins fan. The Marlins have a program called Think Tank. It used to be Marlins at School. And you've had Marlins visit your classroom how many years in a row, I think it is?
I'm not going to say in a row, but I'm going to say about for 8 years. Starting in 1999 with Antonio Alfonseca. And then this past May, Kevin Slowey, Chad Qualls, and Glenn Geffner came. So it's been a wonderful experience for myself and my students.
With the academic curriculum based upon Marlins and baseball, you develop lesson plans revolving around baseball. What a thrill it is for those kids when those players come in.
Oh, I'm telling you, I think that the kids were really excited about showing off what they learned from the lessons. Like in math, we learned how to calculate batting averages, and then they designed a banner for the top of the Marlins dugout using the formulas of perimeter and area, and then they actually gave these banners to the players while they visited, so that was really nice.
Somehow I think you're even a little more excited than your students when they come in.
I get very excited when that phone call comes and I hear Angela Smith say, you won the contest. I just jump up and down and scream, and the kids screaming with me.
All right, well, thanks for being with us, Nancy. And, of course, you teachers out there, don't forget to go on the Marlins website next year and try to win one of those Marlins school visits. Rich and Tommy, back to you.
Thank you, Frank. All right. Fastball misses down low. Someone from Key Largo just dropped off a huge bag.
Yeah, there's a little contingent from Key Largo. They brought some nice stuff for us.
Key Largo, Key Lime, dark chocolate. And Tommy and I were stuffing our faces while Frank was doing the interview. What else you got over there, Hut?
We got the Key West chocolates, Jamaica rum. And we have these right here.
How cool is this? We got to come out here more often. That one fouled into the seats. This is a whole new ball game now.
It's always good to have a little snack. Yeah, we have those right there.
Those are from Marlin fans who watch our telecast, bought tickets to come up to the auction, and decided they would bring us a fine housewarming gift here in the Cleveland.
One of the gentlemen, Rich, I don't know if you heard him, was very excited about next year. Obviously, he was late this year, but wanted to get involved next year.
Marisnik knocks down a liner.
He's a big fisherman down in Key West and wants to contribute something for the auction.
All right, it's time for us to check out the big board, little board, see how everything's doing. Craig?
Rich, we have no bid on the hitting experience here as Jordana is modeling for us. And this is a great package, 30-minute hitting session with Greg Dobbs and the Marlins hitting cages. That's ages 5 to 18. 4 passes for batting practice, 4 dugout club tickets to a Marlins 2013 home game, and a personalized Louisville Slugger bat, all under this one package. No bid. For $250, you're on the board.
That's crazy.
Hitting, that is nuts.
Come on, the Dauber is one of the best guys to teach hitting. So if you've got a little leaguer or a high schooler out there, not only, I mean, just the value of the tickets, let alone the lesson from the Dauber, Craig.
Dauber could get some, he'd give you some tips from his mentor, Stubby, out in California.
Whether it's pinch hitting, off the bench opportunities, or starting as well. He's had a fine career. The other one we want to talk about, guys, the reverse road trip. I think, did we debut this last year for the first time? I think it was last year. And this is a trip right here in sunny South Florida. But if you're an out-of-towner, it's neat. If you just want to stay near the ballpark, you're a big Marlins fan, it's neat. It's a 3-night stay for 2 at the Clevelander. That alone is fun for anybody. 2 Diamond Club tickets, 2 Clevelander tickets, 2 Suite tickets. We'll have a meet and greet with your favorite player, behind-the-scenes tour, 2 passes for BP, a goodie bag, autograph ball, all that and more. And a great trip to see the Nats and the Fish. That's in September.
You know, Craig, we came up with that last year, and it was a very popular one last year because there are Marlin fans around the state that watch the games, and that's designed for someone maybe that lives over on the West Coast or up north.
Maybe in Jacksonville. Or
even down in Key Largo, Key West, wherever. Come up to Miami and spend the weekend here. Spend the weekend not here in the Clevelander at Marlins Park, but the actual Clevelander. If you think this place is cool, you got to go to the real Clevelander.
Yep.
You get a weekend at the real Clevelander, and you get to sit in all the different cool places. You get Diamond Club seats. You get seats in the Clevelander for a game, for that 3-game series against the Nationals. It's essentially a reverse road trip. You get to come to Miami and have a great weekend.
It's at $1,600 right now. It's been on the board for a while for Roth.
Okay.
Who's our leader? The cruise is up to $4,100 from Tanner.
It's killing me.
Yeah.
It's killing me. How's the golf experience, Craig?
The golf experience, the Fanatic has been knocked off by Bonefish Mac. This is an interesting one because I did not bid on this one. Is there another Craig M who needs LASIK surgery? $1,000. And the blimp ride.
Here's the reverse road trip just to give everybody a taste of what it's all about. 3 nights for 2 at the Clevelander. So it's 3 nights at the Clevelander, 2 Diamond Club and 2 Suite tickets, 2 Clevelander tickets. So that you get to 3 games, 3 different great spots to watch. A meet and greet with a Marlins player. You can dance out there if you'd like. Behind-the-scenes tour for 2. 2 passes to batting practice, a Marlins goodie bag, and a signed baseball by the Marlins. You know, we do have something for Met fans as Chuck Hernandez is out. David Wright has come to the plate. On the little board is a David Wright autographed bat along with 4 very nice Tommy Bahama shirts. They are 2 Tommy Bahama All-Star shirts. Let's see what it's going for right now. There it is. And here's what we're doing, Tommy. We are throwing in a Matt Harvey autographed baseball.
Yeah. I knew you had that one in
I had the Matt Harvey.
You had that one in your back pocket.
Autographed baseball. So now you get the right bat. You get the 4 Tommy Bahama shirts, 2 of the Met shirts, and 2 of the All-Star Game shirts. You get an autographed ball from the All-Star Game starter, and courtesy of Glenn Geffner, you get a $50 gift certificate at Shake Shack, and we've got Shake Shack goodies. I think we got some shirts and some Shake Shack caps. So, Met fans, it's on. That's a great package for you. Why don't you join us at 305-480-3474. A Matt Harvey ball, a David Wright bat, 4 very nice Tommy Bahama camp shirts, all Met themed, and the Shake Shack. Right up right now in a big spot for Jacob Turner. The Mets have runners first and second, and there's no one out in the 5th.
It's one of the few times that Jacob Turner just doesn't have the command we've seen him have in his previous starts, making his 11th start tonight.
That's a strike, and one that looked like it must have caught the corner. 2-1. Looks like it didn't catch the corner, although pitch number 2 did catch part of the strike zone. It's tough to look at balls and strikes from ground level in left field. Marlins bullpen is up. Steve Ames. Now, a name that Marlin fans may not be familiar with, but a guy that the Marlins acquired in the Ricky Nolasco trade from the Dodgers.
When Kevin Slowey was placed on the disabled list, Steve Ames took his place, and when he makes an appearance, it'll be his major league debut.
Right, lashes one. Stanton makes a run and catch. Boy, that's a big out to get for Turner, and a ball that was well struck by Wright. Time now for our Just for Men mustache and beard play like a champ profile. How about Steve Cishek? 17 consecutive. J.C. Oviedo, Brian Harvey, and atop the list, Todd Jones.
Todd Jones was one of those reclamation projects that came in and put together just a tremendous year. There is Steve Cishek. What a way he's put things back together after his start this year.
Still some tough outs to get. Bird has had a surprisingly productive year, kind of breathing life back into his career, and he goes after a high fastball and he pops it. This one into shallow right, an easier play for Stanton, who sets his feet, makes the catch, and Turner has two much needed outs for Miami.
Well, I think important for Turner to shut down the Mets and keep them from scoring here in this inning after the Marlins were able to tie it last inning.
Mets have not had the best of night with runners in scoring position. 1 for 7. Ike Davis walked in the 4th, fly to center in the 2nd. Lucas Duda right now on the disabled list. And Davis takes down low. I'm interested to see where that Met package goes, where the David Wright bat, the Matt Harvey ball, the 4 Tommy Bahama shirts. That's the big board. Ground ball. Solano waits for Morrison and gets the out, and Jacob Turner pitches out of trouble in the 5th. Halfway through, 3-3, Fox Sports Florida Fantasy Auction. And we're joined tonight by Cookie and Raul.
Rich, Tommy, how are you out there?
Hey, we're good. Cookie, welcome
Richie,
back.
Tommy, you guys are having a great time over there.
Yeah, hey,
huh?
can you see us waving to you? We're waving to you.
Oh, yeah. What's up, guys?
Yeah,
We'll
right.
see you. What's going on? All right.
What's going on?
Hey, how difficult is it for you guys to, you got great seats behind home plate, and now all of a sudden you're there with a different point of view?
Well, with all the nice food, refreshments, and friends that we have out here.
I wasn't going to say anything about that.
It's not a bother at all. We're able to.
We got the monitors, so we look at that maybe a little bit more. But hey, trust me, Raul, the view's pretty good out here.
All right, guys, I want you to take a look at this item and tell the viewers. We're going to throw this item up. Tell us about this package, Raul and Cookie. What do you see here? What do you like about this package?
Oh, wow, that's awesome. La Noche Santiaguera, meet and greet spend some time with NYN AT MIA. Definitely, Cuban cigars always come handy when you're dressing up like you guys are out there in the outfield.
Oh, yeah.
Dominoes are a big part of the Cuban culture.
Yeah, but go down the list. There's a much more impressive part of the package than the cigars.
Felo. Visit
Felo
with
Ramirez.
Felo
No,
Ramirez.
not that one. Above Felo.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you know,
oh,
and
who
then-
are those guys? I've heard of them before.
Yeah. We challenge you guys to a play of domino, okay?
Okay.
And then whoever loses buy the cigars.
I just like hearing Raul say Echevarria. I can't quite roll my R's like that.
Echevarria.
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 You gotta roll that R, though.
R con R, cigarro. R con R, barril. Rápido corren los carros por la línea del ferrocarril.
Yeah, baby. Outstanding. Guys,
you guys are doing a great job over there. Keep it up because I see there's a lot of bits coming in and they're doing a great job on that.
They are. Well, thank the fans because they're participating and bidding right now. Thanks, guys.
Okay,
Thank you.
guys.
All right. Echevarria. Actually, Christian Yelich is up now. Echevarria popped out. Giancarlo Stanton will follow. Yelich pounds one in the ground. Daniel Murphy flips to first. We check in with Frank Fort.
Thanks, Rich, with Sean Flynn, the Vice President of Marketing for the Marlins. And one of the many programs that this night benefits is the Marlins IUDAN School Partnership Program. Tell us about that.
Well, it's a program where we partner with 8 schools in the Miami-Dade public school system, from grade school all the way through high school. And the programs that we engage with, all the employees in our staff, 150 plus, are out in the community working with these kids on a regular basis. Anything from one-on-one tutoring to beatification programs to taking the kids on tours of Marlins Park and educational programs. So it's a hands-on experience by every one of our staff to be out working with these kids in Miami-Dade.
And the money we raise tonight, or at least part of it, goes to fund that program, and nothing happens without the money behind it.
You're exactly right. I mean, when you talk about some things that we've done in these schools, like painting murals on walls, beatification programs, those cost hard dollars, and also textbooks and backpacks and things like that. So the dollars from tonight's program go directly straight to those kids, and a lot of these schools that we partner with are located right in this neighborhood.
And how are those schools selected, Sean?
There's various different ways. Some for need-based, some for educational-based. So there's a number of different selection criteria that they're chosen by. The school that I have teamed up with actually is right down the street. It's the closest one at Citrus Grove Elementary. So to all my friends at Citrus Grove, right down the road, Principal Sharon Johnson, hello, and the crew and her staff there. We'll see you soon. But they're a need-based school. They're right in the neighborhood here. They're truly our neighbors. And these dollars from tonight are going to go right to helping that school.
And I was at Edison Middle School with the IUDAN program, and you guys did some great work there that day. Cleaned up the school grounds, built shelving, painted, read to the kids one-on-one. It was a terrific experience.
Oh, it's great. You know, the coolest thing about it for me personally, a lot of our staff members, is the hands-on experience. The smiles you see from these kids walking in. You know, it's almost when somebody walks in a Marlins shirt, could be a player, could be anybody, but they're happy. Oh my God, these guys are here to see us. They're just so happy and pleased that we're there. So again, the funds that released tonight, these great packages, help us do that program on a regular basis.
It's the money and it's the time spent on those school grounds with those kids. Sean, thanks so much for being with us. Rich and Tommy, back to you.
All right, thank you, Frank. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Giancarlo Stanton takes a walk. Logan Morrison digs in with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. And here's that spot where we talked about. You'd love to see Morrison and his bat perk up, especially with the plate discipline that Stanton is starting to show.
How about this stat on Giancarlo? Last 4 games, Stanton has reached base 14 of 16 plate appearances.
Morrison takes in. Jeremy Hefner did not give up a hit until Giancarlo Stanton's double to lead off the 4th. He gave up a run in that 4th, thought he was coming out or getting out of that inning. And then Omar Quintanilla kicked a routine grounder that would have been an easy force at second for the final out of the inning. And the Marlins scored 2 runs on that play to tie the game.
Remember, Quintanilla came in to replace Ruben Tejada, who had to go on the disabled list, the regular shortstop, young shortstop. So Quintanilla, not the everyday guy, but he's been playing every day since Tejada's been out, and that's been quite a while.
Counts 1-2 to Morrison. Almost swings. You know, watching how pitchers attack Morrison, it's very similar to how pitchers are attacking Marisnik, and that is pounding him in right now with fastballs.
Well, they're trying to do the same to Stanton, and you saw Stanton take that last fastball that was in just a tick off the plate.
98 pitches in is Hefner. 1-2. Breaking ball catches the outside part of the plate and strikes out Morrison. 5 innings have passed. 3-3 ball game. Mets and Marlins will check in with Craig and the Fox Sports Florida girls when we get back. At the Clevelander, we had a chance to have dinner. I'm a little hungry. I know you're a little thirsty.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Let me get out of his way. Hutt going for refreshments right now at the Clevelander. That's our live Tommy Hutton cam following him to the bar. Look at, he's already got the attention of the bartenders. It's like he owns the place here. I think he chose the wrong bartender, at least in my opinion.
All right, how you going to do?
All right, here we go. 6th inning, and Jacob Turner. This is getting better, actually. Is that Preston Wilson I see at the bar? Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's a fastball for a strike. Preston was supposed to come. Is he here yet? We're looking for Preston. Here's the 1-1. Fastball strike. Met center fielder Juan Lagares, 0 for 2, couple fly ball outs. And it's just out.
Wonder if you got to take it back to Rich.
Yeah, baby. Way to go, Hut. Way to go. Into center. Back goes Marisnik. And Marisnik is there to make the catch. Looks like my buddy brought me something. Let's check in with Craig Minervini now. Craig?
All right, Rich, thank you very much. You can send one of those beverages up here as well. Field of Dreams is at 1,700 on our big board. Trotter's been up there for a while, folks, and this is a great package. The suite for $22. Basically, Marlins Park is yours. You come out here, you play a ball game, you dress in the visiting clubhouse, recognition on the scoreboard, and you can play kickball, you can play softball, baseball. After the season, Marlins Park make your Field of Dreams. So you can get, 22 people together, throwing some money, great cause, and one of a lifetime type outing here, Field of Dreams. What else should we talk about? What's doing the most business so far?
The cruise is way up there. Everyone wants to cruise. Yep.
Hey, Craig, I'm getting some texts from Met fans wanting to know what the total is on the David Wright on the little board.
Okay, we're up to on David Wright.
Now that's
David Wright, $1,000.
all right. Now that's not just David Wright. Remember, that's a Matt Harvey ball.
That's right.
Autographed by Matt Harvey. It's authenticated. The David Wright bat is authenticated. You get 4 Tommy Bahama Met-themed shirts. 2 are All-Star shirts. 2 are Met shirts. They're sweet looking.
Nice.
And then Shake Shack. Geoff threw in a $50 Shake Shack gift certificate and Shake Shack stuff.
Is that 1,000 from Ryer?
Oh, come on, Met fans, let's go.
That's good, but I think it could be better.
I think so.
Yeah.
I agree.
What's up? What's leading on the little board there, Craig?
The little board leader is, how about this one, guys? The batting practice experience is at $1,800.
Wow.
That is a beauty from Starcam.
And that last one is finally on the board, right?
We're on the board here after we mentioned the Greg Dobbs hitting experience. We're up to $500 from McCarthy.
What about the food lovers? Now that's if you like food, that's
you and I right there.
We need to pump that up. In fact, put me down. Put me down for $500.
Rich Waltz is $500 here. He was disappointed he was knocked out of the cruise competition.
Got a chef from Michael's Genuine.
Wow.
A James Beard nominated pastry chef will come and cook food. A 4-course dessert tasting, and there's a ton of others. In fact, let's get the details up on there.
Oh yeah, a lot of some wine involved.
Yeah, we're gonna show you the official list of what you get there. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one smack foul. Here it is. All right, everybody, take note of this. If you like food, if you like drink, it's the Food Lovers Experience. Hetty Goldsmith. It's Hetty. James Beard Award finalist from Michael's Genuine will create a 4-course dessert tasting, an autographed copy of the cookbook. Wine International will offer a private in-home wine tasting. See how that's right up your alley there.
Yeah, that is.
Up to 10 guests, includes 8 bottles of assorted wines. Whole Foods of Coral Springs will provide a gourmet picnic basket as well. So wine, dessert, Whole Foods, and it all comes to your house. That's the Food Lovers Experience right there on your screen. Omar Quintanilla is on deck. Both starters have wobbled in this ball game. Turner trying to finish the top of the 6th. A 3-2 pitch. And Recker, the Mets catcher, fouls it off.
It is kind of amazing the way both starters have pitched. Neither has been real sharp, but both are still in the game.
Recker getting the start tonight. Remember, the Mets had a great 2 months out of John Buck to open up the season. Full count, 3-2. Just a reminder, if you're bidding on items right now, the little board closes at the end of the game. So when the game is over, the little board closes. The big board items will put a clock up, will close 15 minutes after last out. That's always a dramatic moment filled with anxiety.
Many drum rolls.
Here's the 3-2. High pop out of play. On Marlins Live, Frank asked us, Tommy, if there's a strategy involved. And one of those strategies is when you're bidding on an item, number one, research it. You can do it online, marlins.com/fantasy. Number two, watch that item as you get closer to the 8th and the 9th inning, because they have a tendency, people hang around and then all of a sudden try to go for it. So be ready, because whether it's a little board item at the end of 9 or 15 minutes after the end of the game, be ready for your item to move a little bit. Swing and a miss. Recker strikes out. We'll check in with Frank Ford. Francis.
Thank you very much. Of course, all the money raised tonight going to the Marlins Community Foundation. One of the things they do is fund a University of Miami scholarship. This is Kevin Moyd, who earned one of those scholarships. Local guy, Miami Northwestern High School. What did that scholarship money mean to you?
Actually, it means a lot. I kind of got it by surprise. One day I got called up by one of my professors, and they brought me in to explain, that they enjoyed what I did over the course of the year. And, I received the award, and, I want to thank the Miami Marlins Foundation for giving me that opportunity. And with the money, I can start paying back some of these loans I have. And,
Now, you just graduated, is that correct?
Yes, I just graduated, was done in June 2013. So, now I'm looking forward to getting a job opportunity. And in the sporting industry, I'm looking for a college or professional, wherever I could get one. So.
And you studied what? Sports management, right?
Yeah, sports administration.
Sports administration. Well, all the best of luck to you, Kevin. Thanks very much. It was the award of the UM Scholarship, thanks to the Marlins Community Foundation, guys.
That's very cool, Frank. Nicely done. There. Now there's the phone room right now. Working hard. Operators are standing by. 305-480-3474. Give us a call. Secret. Operators are standing by to take your calls. There's live bidding not only down here at the Clevelander, but up near the big board where Craig has got the big board and the little board. One of those is the golf package. The folks at the Allianz tournament have always been so good to us. And joining us now, Scott McClanahan on the board of directors of the Allianz PGA event. Tell us about the event, first of all, because the package includes a lot of great access to a very exclusive event. It's ridiculous. First of all, let's find out. Let's take a look at the package, and take a look and see exactly what you get. We'll do it after this pitch with Ed Lucas up there. And Scott, you can tell us.
I got to tell you, the package is incredible.
All right, well, take us through it. We're going to throw it up on the screen here.
I mean, including you've got 2 foursomes at Broken Sound Country Club, the Old Course, and lunch with Tommy Hutton. You can't beat that. Caddy for a day with Fuzzy Zeller at the Allianz.
You can't beat that.
You can't beat that. No. My gosh.
Now, what are the VIP passes at the Allianz? What does that get you?
That could put you in. We have got a VIP skybox there. Free food, drink up in the box. And then we've got the 2 nights for 2 and 2 rounds of golf at Hammock Beach Resort. Set of Callaway X Forged irons. We've got a signed bottle of Fuzzy's vodka, which I got to tell you is a great vodka if you're a vodka fan. And it's a great experience, and it all goes towards, this is a great charity. The Marlins Foundation. I mean, what you guys do here is incredible.
And don't you get to caddy for Fuzzy, right?
Yeah. You get to caddy for Fuzzy during the Pro-Am. And if you've ever seen Fuzzy on TV, that's half the experience. If you're next to the gentleman during the day, when he's out there talking to the fans, he's talking to the players, I can't imagine a better experience.
How many years now has Broken Sound hosted the Allianz?
I believe we're on our 6th year. The Broken Sound at the Old Course, the people there are phenomenal. John Crean and his staff do a great job. We've got over 750 volunteers. It's a great event for the city of Boca Raton. We call it, our Super Bowl. Donate, the proceeds from that event go towards Boca Raton Regional Hospital, which is a fabulous hospital run by Jerry Fideli. Does a great job. Jan Sabrick runs the foundation. So we are putting money back into the community, not only to the hospital, but we are also putting money back into the community. It generates about $10 to $15 million a year, between all of the people coming to town and so forth. It's just a really great event.
All right, Craig, how's it doing? How is the golf experience?
Rich, Bonefish Mac has been on the board quite a bit here on different elements, and we're up to $2,300.
That is cheap.
Great event.
Oh,
that really is.
That can do
That's
better.
cheap.
I can say that last year when we played the old course, it was in tremendous shape. But that's just a small part of that package. I can't believe the two nights at Reunion
how much
Resort.
How much are the Callaway irons
The
worth?
Callaway irons are over $1,000.
Yeah.
The bag is $200. I mean, the items in this package, you haven't even hit the cost yet for this.
All right.
It is such a value right now.
We can do better than that.
And by the way, Tommy is playing with one of the foursomes and having lunch. Jeff Conine is playing with the other foursome and having lunch. That ball's trim to the left and deep. Back goes Young right in front of us. Makes the catch. Lucas has to retreat to first base.
Yeah, that's a new touch this year. We talked to Jeff Conine for the second foursome. Jeff will play with them, and we'll have a little challenge match, perhaps, whoever plays.
Well, I think you should.
Yeah.
Definitely think you should. Yeah. The Allianz this year, February 3rd through the 9th of 2014. Defending champion Rocco Mediate shot course record 61 last year.
And is a terrific guy.
Is a terrific guy.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you look at the past champions of the Allianz, Bernard Longer, Corey Pavin, Tom Lehman, these are some of the greats in the game. You can't, no denying that. And then next year we've got coming out Davis Love, Lee Jansen. So this Allianz Championship, the championship tour, just keeps getting better and better for the fan experience.
If you're a golfer, I mean, that's unparalleled access not only to an event. That's a line in the left field. A base hit. Young knocks it down. Lucas is digging for third, and he's going to get there. Throw to second. Right holds it. Lucas still on the bag. Right trying to deke. Jake Marisnik with a solid liner in the left field. His third big league hit comes at a good time.
Little adjustment time for Jake Marisnik. There's that pitch in. He brings the hands in, gets to it, and lines it sharply. Good base running by Lucas to get to third, and also by Marisnik. Once he saw the throw go over the cutoff man, he never hesitated around first base.
And Wright trying to decoy Lucas on the pump fake. He got Meade from all the way out here in left field. Now another big at bat for Jeff Mathis. Remember, Mathis came to the plate with the bags loaded and one out, and he popped out, and that was back in the fourth. 109 pitches for Jeremy Hefner. And a breaking ball misses in. Pitcher spot is due up next. There's the Mets pen. David Artsma, the right-hander. Josh Edgin, the lefty.
It's a season high, Rich, for Hefner in pitches.
Jacob Turner is on deck, but Greg Dobbs has a bat and is lurking in the dugout. Breaking ball, line drive, base hit, left field. Marisnik around third, on his way home, throw to the plate. He's in there. Mathis delivers. 5-3 Miami.
Oh, this is terrific.
How much fun are you having right now?
I'll tell you what, I got to say a special hello to my son Graham, who's watching this game right now. His sister Logan. Graham is a huge Marlins fan and watches the games. Graham, hello, buddy.
Well, Mathis waited on the breaking ball, and Hefner's night is over. Jeff Mathis just seems to have a knack for big hits. I know he doesn't have a lot of them, Tommy, but he makes the ones he gets count.
Well, you're right. We talked about last 21 games hitting over 300, but also with these two RBIs here, 17 RBIs during that span.
Metro PCS called to the bullpen. Mets make a change, 5-3 Fish. The Mets have to make a pitching change, and Miami has a 5-3 lead. The new chucker for the Mets, David Aardsma, comes out of the bullpen.
Well, Aardsma, the right-hander, and it looked like Hefner was pretty much running out of gas. We talked about the fact that it was a season-high pitches for him, but boy, you got to give credit to Jeff Mathis. And also, Rich, how about Jake Marisnick tonight? He's been involved his last 2 at-bats with some key at-bats. A walk in the 4th inning that loaded the bases, and that base hit in this inning that really kept things going.
Mathis's hit looks like it may have bought another half inning for Jacob Turner. We'll see. Bottom 6, and Turner swings and misses at an Aardsma fastball. Turner had a key at bat in the 4th inning, and it was a little dribbler that was kicked by Omar Quintanilla at short for a 2-run error that tied the game at 3-3.
I think also, Rich, the fact that Turner had a nice 1-2-3 inning in the top half of the 6th, and one of the better innings he's had.
He just discovered on that swing and miss that his bat's broken.
He doesn't like the bat.
I don't know that he broke it on the swing. Look at the home plate up ready. How do you not know it's broken when you get up there? Only a pitcher. 0-2. Scott McGlenigan of the Allianz event out of Broken Sound with us for this half inning, talking the golf experience. That one fouled back to the screen. And it counts 0-2.
And I think we'll get that bidding up, Scott.
I think that bidding should go up. I think, as I mentioned before, I got a buddy in Boca. His name is Paul. He should be bidding on this right now.
Paul,
I know he's watching.
Get on, Paul. Come on.
Get on there, Paul.
There's the number on the screen, Paul. 305-480-3474. 305-480-3474. 0-2 pitch coming to Turner. Breaking ball, Turner to center field, hits it pretty well. Back goes Lagares, makes the catch. Mathis is able to tag. And Jacob Turner certainly has handled the bat quite well tonight.
That ball wouldn't carry it as far if he had still been using the one that had the crack in it. And Jacob knew what he was doing.
All right, let's check on the big board, see if...
we had a little cork in that bat.
Looks like the cruise is up to 4,700.
Yeah, we just had... Can you swing over here, Vic? Look at this. Remember earlier we didn't have any bid on the Greg Dobbs hitting experience? Look at that. $2,000.
Wow.
Starcan is on the board. That is now the leader on the mini board.
Hey, the Mets package, the Matt Harvey ball and the David Wright bat has made a nice jump too.
Good jump to 1,500.
Who's on that?
That's David G. And we got 1,850 on the batting practice experience. A mini board's kind of beating the big board here.
Yeah, you know, Craig, I have nothing, and you know I love the Dauber. I have nothing against Greg Dobbs, but $2,000 for that and only $2,300 for the golf experience.
Well, I'll tell you something else. Anybody who has had LASIK surgery knows what a value this is. $1,600 plus the Goodyear blimp, which you can't do for 4. The Sunglass Hut package, that's at $1,600. These are packages you're not going to find anywhere because they're all very unique. They're one of a kind, and it obviously is a great cost.
Marlins.com/fantasy will give you all the details of all the packages, big board and little board. We have added to that David Wright autographed bat. Echeverria out in front, pops it right, going after it. Quintanilla behind him, and Wright, who makes that play about as well as anybody that plays third base in the big leagues, makes the catch. Scott, thank you for the visit.
Thanks
you,
a lot, Scott.
Thank you for contributing and being a part of it. And thanks to Lori, who put it all together for the Allianz Golf Experience. lessons learned making tires that go the distance inspires what they roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven. Live shots from above and from inside Marlins Park out here at the Clevelander. Fox Sports Florida Fantasy Auction presented by the Clevelander. Dr. Corey Lesser joins us now from the Millennium Eye Center. And you're a big part of the Oh Say Can You See package. First of all, let's talk about why you got involved with the Marlins Foundation and this event.
Well, I've been working with the Marlins for more than a decade now. Had the privilege of, a long relationship with the team, and love coming out to the stadium and rooting on the team.
Now, I'm sure that there's been some Marlin players that have come through your office and had LASIK surgery. It's very popular with baseball players.
Well, currently, Mike Redmond is our last remaining. Hopefully, some of the new guys are coming in. We've cycled through a bunch of people, but past patients, A.J. Burnett, Josh Johnson, Niner, Kurt Abbott, to name a few.
Very nice. And I would expect Panther players, Dolphin players. You do a lot of sports-related surgeries, don't you?
Right. Luongo, Versteeg with the team now. We did Dwayne Wade surgery and Mario Chalmers.
Okay, so
that's
a lot of fins.
That's
too many to name.
A good stable of people, of athletes that you've taken care of.
Yeah, but that's just a very small portion of what we do. 99+% are everyday people that want to just see better and not have to worry about the glasses and contacts.
Josh Satin is up there right now for the Mets. Jacob Turner still in there, top of the 7th. The Marlins have handed him a 5-3 lead. Satin hits a ground ball. Echeverria around it, picks it. High throw. Morrison catch and tag. Nicely done by Lomo at first base. All right, the Oh Say Can You See package. The centerpiece of it is that LASIK surgery. You also get a gift card once your eyes are fixed to go to the Sunglasses Hut. 2 Diamond Club tickets to a Marlins regular season home game. A skyline tour of Marlins Park. You stand on the field with Jose Fernandez. And, of course, you go up in the Goodyear blimp. Once you have that great eyesight, you can see forever.
And that's great, too.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
Here comes Mike Redmond with his surgically repaired eyes from Dr. Corey Lesser. He was able to spot something. And he's out to talk to Jacob Turner. Mike Dunn is looking over his shoulder. And it looks like Dunn is going to come in.
Yeah, he's got the switch hitting Eric Young Jr., got the left-hander Daniel Murphy. So I think he wanted to get Jacob Turner out there to get the first out, then go to the bullpen.
All right, let's go up to Craig and check out. First, the Oh Say Can You See package. Where is it right now, Craig?
It is the deal of the century right now. And I want to say hello to Dr. Lester as well.
Hey, Craig.
$1,600. Hey, Corey, $1,600 Rovan. That is... wow.
I want to see your name there, Craig.
I thought I did, Corey.
That was me. That was me.
I had a feeling it was you. One of these days, I know you've helped not only baseball players, I don't know if you mentioned hockey players down here, other athletes, broadcasters as well. $1,600. Wow. That's and then throw on the blimp ride, and you, of course, you get the LASIK first. You'll have a better view when you're on the blimp.
And you do have to now. We do have to qualify this. You do have to have an exam, and there are some people that might not be quite right for LASIK surgery. But if you've ever been told or you want to get it or come in and get the exam, this is the package for you.
We're going to allow this to be transferred to if the person bids on the package and they're deemed not to be a candidate for some reason, which is unusual, we would certainly allow them to give the procedure to somebody else.
Oh, that's very nice. There it is. And
you can't go wrong.
305-480-3474 is the number to call. Get in now. And as we were talking earlier to a guest, oftentimes people see these packages and they think about doing it and think about getting involved, and it gets away from them. You get to the end of the game, that's when the little board closes, and then 15 minutes after last pitch. Oftentimes, if you're at home and you're bidding, sometimes the people here that are live can see it going. So if you're on the phone, and you're interested in that package, certainly get yourself on the board right now.
And Rich, the other thing that happens, I know we've seen it, you can get down to the end if you think you're going to get that last bid, and sometimes it's a scramble, and sometimes you don't get that bid in. So get it in early.
People might not know. I always hear people say, oh, I have astigmatism, I can't have it done. This is great for astigmatism. We can treat people just for reading now. And we opened an intraocular division called Sight Trust Eye Institute, and we're doing refractive lens exchange with lasers now and multifocal implants. So even people that are in their 50s and 60s, we're going to allow this to be used for Sight Trust as well.
All right, so when you did Mike Redmond's eyes, how far has the technology gone from there to now, which is probably, 10 years ago?
Night and day. We're using all lasers now. There's no blade involved in the procedures, so and the lasers make it incredibly safe. In the past, some people might not have been able to complete the procedure, and that doesn't happen anymore. And the sculpting with the laser is, we have people coming in the next morning and saying the vision's better than it ever was with glasses or contacts.
That's incredible. You may be seeing me come October.
Okay.
Mike Dunn for the Marlins. Out of the pen, the Metro PCS call to the pen. Dunn arrives with nobody on. And he fires a fastball up to the switch hitter, Eric Young Jr.
Well, that's the reason for the move. Dunn comes in, Young has to flip over to the right side, and the next batter's Murphy, a left-handed bat.
We've talked so much about the Marlins starters and how well they've done, especially since the end of May. Well, the Marlins bullpen has been outstanding as well. Cishek, the headliner. If you haven't heard, Steve Cishek and Jose Fernandez named co-players of the week in the National League. Cishek getting a lot of the headlines, but a lot of the dirty work and a lot of the good work done by Mike Dunn, Chad Qualls, and the rest of that Marlins bullpen.
Dan Jennings, A.J. Ramos. It's those setup guys. They don't get a lot of fanfare, but yeah, Steve Cishek converted 17 consecutive saves. So it's been a nice transition in watching Cishek. He got the opportunity last year, closed out games, and then started the year as the closer, struggled, had some problems, was actually taken out of the closer role.
1-2.
And I'll bet you any closer in the major leagues will tell you that's part of the process. That's how you learn.
Ramos has been good. Jennings has been good. Webb in there as well. Ames has been added to the mix. Chuck Hernandez deserves a lot of credit for steering the young starters and also tying together a very good bullpen. It's no secret the Marlins don't score a lot of runs. But a team that
could pitch right there, very close.
Team that has the best record in the National League East since the end of May has done it with pitching. Now, Dr. Lesser, with his laser eyes, can see that that was just in, Tommy.
Just in.
Just in.
How many umpires have you worked on?
I don't. I avoid that because I don't want to be responsible.
He's contractually obligated not to talk about that.
Here's a 2-2 and it's foul back.
I think years ago, this is a true story, I think Frank Pulley was the first umpire I ever saw wear glasses. There's nothing wrong with that, but umpires, for some reason, they wanted to stay away from that. I think you see a few of them now.
I would be happy to take care of it.
That's right.
I have offered when the calls have been really bad.
We'll drop your card off in the umpire's room.
Okay.
Eric Young Jr. is up right now. I just got a text, Tommy.
Yeah.
Dan Lebitard wants in.
I was wondering where Dan was.
Well, he's been waiting in the weeds, and he's jumped in. He wants the
What does he want?
The food on the little board. What's it? Where is it right now?
Oh, well, that's not surprising. Okay.
Young
Let's go. No.
drives one to left. That's headed towards the Clevelander. Bangs off the wall. Yelich picks it up. And EY Jr. fleet of foot arrives at second and plenty of time for a double. What's the price on that one right now,
It's
Craig?
$650. And from Giffen, what does Dan want to go?
Lebitard goes $750 on that.
All right, give Dan $750. Dan Lebitard. I'm sure you listen to his show on the radio.
Of course.
Watch him on television.
Of course.
His dad is actually the star of that
His
TV
dad
show.
is great. It's a great show. And
Dad may have a little of that wine.
All right, here's the package that Lebitard wants at $750. This is a bargain. All kinds of cool stuff. The wine tasting. You get a 4-course dessert tasting in your home for $6. One of the things that's not on there on that screen, but you also get is a Gourmet Creations, who's worked with many of our private events, will cater a private event for up to 10 guests. So you also get from Gourmet Creations a catered event for 10 guests. So if you want to add food to that wine tasting and dessert, we got you covered on that. So somebody make Lebitard spend a little more money and bid on that. Liner in the left center field. That's going to get in for a hit. Marisnik picks it up. Young is all the way around third and is scampered home, and the Mets have drawn within a run. For Miami.
Not the way Mike Redmond had mapped it out when he made the change, brought in the left-hander. Back-to-back base hits. Young, just great hitting by Daniel Murphy. Seems to always do that against the Marlins. And Eric Young Jr. scores easily.
Chuck Hernandez is on the phone. He wants in on that food package, and he wants Ramos to get up. Craig, you've got an update up there?
Rich, apparently we had a 750 in that didn't make it to the board on the Food Lover Experience prior to Lebitard. All right, so Dan's going to have to raise his bid.
He'll go 800.
Check your messages, Rich.
All right, Rich agent handling the deals there. 800 for Lebitard.
850.
All right, if she says 850, 850 for Lebitard.
Dan will agree with that.
I'm going 900 for Lebitard. Can we keep?
I don't know.
No, we can't keep going on.
I turned my cell phone off.
Let's stay at 850.
Anyways, while we have a chance, Dr. Corey
We're
Lesser.
all brokering for Lebitard.
Let's thank you.
Enjoy your 1,000.
Thank you
Thank you so much for
being
me.
involved.
Thanks so much.
And if I can just let people know, if they tune in or if they log on to havelasik.com, HAVLASIK.com, they can watch. We're the only center in the country that's broadcasting all of our surgeries live on 3 webcams.
That's pretty cool.
We could do play-by-play on that.
Yeah.
They don't have to watch the actual surgery, but you could. I would like you to do that. That'd be great.
There goes the cornea, Tommy.
But they should see what it really is, because it's very easy. So,
all right, Corey.
Thanks so much for having me, guys.
Thanks again. All right.
Thank you.
That's the Osei You Can See package. Let's go up top to Craig on the big and the little board.
Yeah, let's just give you a quick update here. La Noche Santiago. Say that again. So well,
Santiaguera.
$700. The David Wright autograph, just part of the Tommy Bahama package. $2,200. We're at $500 for the play ball. $400 change the bases. Great opportunity. Come on out. You change the bases. $1,200 for the pitching experience with Steve Cishek, Player of the Week. The fantasy draft is a bargain. At $600, you could have your draft right in the Marlins clubhouse. It's catered with Mike Hill. Let's talk a little bit about change the bases for $400 now from Gaza. This is an opportunity to come on out, assist the grounds crew in changing the bases during a game. The youngster can get out there. You're going to help work on the field a little bit. Autographed game used base from each infield position player with that Marlin logo. Each base, those are items you just can't get. And 4 home plate box tickets to Marlins game in 2013 to change the bases experience. Food Lovers, as we mentioned, Dan, you're up to $850. Stanton memorabilia is at $750. And we've got an increase on the batting practice, which is at $2,500. All right. Wow. Maybe Greg Dobbs getting in on that. All right. Reverse road trip, $3,300. The road trip with the Marlins, $3,200. But the other leader, Royal Caribbean Cruise, $4,700. How about this Miami bucket list, guys? We need to talk more about that. You got games, packages, amazing seats. They're the best results, the best games. You'll get the best seat to see it all happen. 2 Dolphin Lower Bowl tickets, 2 pregame field passes, VIP parking, and autographed Ryan Tannehill football, 2 Heat Lower Bowl tickets, Panther tickets, Marlins Diamond Club
Orange
tickets.
Bowl.
The Orange Bowl's in there too, Rich.
I know. You get to say hi to Don Crickey.
Don Crickey and Bob Trumpy will be there.
That's right.
$2,700. The broadcaster experience, $2,500. Player for a game, 12. And Osei, can you see, is up to $2,500.
All right, thank you, Craig, for the update. David Wright is up right now. A.J. Ramos bends in a breaking ball for a strike. Ramos, Metro PCS, called to the bullpen.
Well, that's for the ultimate sports fan, Rich, in South Florida. That bucket list.
Runner at first, 1 out in the 7th. Snap throw to first, and Murphy is back in. So Eric Young a double. Daniel Murphy knocks him home. Murphy has 3 of the 4 RBIs for the Mets.
Mets are 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position, and Murphy has both of those.
Tommy, we just saw the bucket list, and we've just been notified there is an add-on to that from our friends at Live Nation. Stanton is there. And this is it. Any show, you get 4 festival tickets to a Cruisin' Amphitheater from our friends at Live Nation.
Up in West Palm Beach.
Up in West Palm Beach. Any concert of your choice. So
get on that real quick. Maybe you can see Ozzy Osbourne Wednesday night.
That is quick. 4 festival lawn tickets to any Cruisin' Amphitheater concert of your choice. And VIP passes as well. Oh, those are VIP passes. So those are VIP passes. Any concert, 2013-2014 season at the Cruisin' Amphitheater. And that is added to the bucket list, the Miami bucket list. You can log on to marlins.com/fantasy and read about both the big board items and the little board items. So not only are you getting, there's a Ryan Tannehill football on there, autographed. Hotel stay for 2 at the Essex House on South Beach.
Those little things just sneak in there.
Yeah, that's on the bucket list as well. Have you ever been to the Essex House on South Beach, Tommy?
Not on South Beach. Years ago, used to stay at the Essex House in New York, overlooking Central Park.
I think guests of the Phil Donahue Show or something like that were in there as well. But the Essex House on South Beach is a completely different scene than New York. 2 tickets to the Orange Bowl, the Homestead Speedway NASCAR Spring Cup Series, actually Sprint Cup Series 2013, 4 grandstand tickets. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Mathis throw on the money, but drops. Solano a little quick on the trigger, couldn't hold it. That's a stolen base for Daniel Murphy.
Doesn't steal a lot of bases. Got a pretty good jump. Throw was there. Donovan just tried to sweep back with the tag a little too quickly.
So a dozen stolen bases. He's in scoring position. Top of the 7th.
I think, Rich, one of the impressive things tonight so far is the bid on the hitting experience Greg Dobbs involved in.
I see. The problem was we didn't put Dobbs' name out there right away.
It didn't jump until the Dobbs name got out there.
Once we showed the video of Dobbs in the cage,
that's when the bidding went up.
It was over $2,000.
Yeah.
The 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? Runner moves up to third. No swing. And you can see the home plate umpire, Andy Fletcher, talking to the Marlins dugout. Here's a look. That's close.
That's 50-50 on that one. Terrific jump by Murphy to see that ball in the dirt, get a good jump from second base, and get to third. There'll be a wild pitch for Ramos.
Ground ball, base hit, center field. And Murphy comes across. The Mets have tied it 5-5.
Well, something that Marlon Byrd, the veteran's been doing all year. 60 RBIs for Byrd. His first hit of the night, but he's hit the ball pretty well all 4 times. And just like that, the game is tied.
Now Ike Davis. So the Marlins bullpen, which has been so good for so long, having a tough time tonight. Quick throw over.
You know, one crazy thing about the matchup between the Mets and the Marlins, talked about it, the Marlins winning 8 of 11. 3 of the games have gone extra innings. A 15-inning game, a 20-inning game, a 10-inning game. Now the good news, the Marlins won all those.
That one smacked into right field. Into the corner goes Stanton. Byrd is off and racing for third. Stanton up with it. Byrd around third. And coming to the plate. Mathis tag. Safe. Just got in there, and the Mets have the lead. Davis delivers, and all of a sudden the Mets can't be stopped. Stanton had it, but Byrd was flying.
Yeah, he got a great jump. Pretty good relay. Relay from Stanton, relay from Lomo. Both good throws, but Byrd just beat them. Got the green light from third base coach Tim Tuffle. There's the throw, the slide, but in there ahead of the tag.
Really tough for a catcher to block the plate, and Mike Redmond will tell you
when he's getting the throw from the right side. Yeah.
And when the throw's up.
Yeah.
Because he's exposed, and it's tough to get down and block the plate. And so the Mets have roared back and have a 6-5 lead. Juan Lagarce, center fielder for the Mets. Ike Davis with an RBI double. That ground ball finds Echeverria to first in time, but the Mets have come back. 7th inning stretch. Marlins and Mets, a 1-run game on the Fox Sports Florida Fantasy Auction. Fantasy auction flashback.
Gee, remember that?
Yeah, that was back in the old ballpark. We were going to do the auction from right field until this hit, and our tent was toast. Look at that. Look at Emmanuel.
Boy, the crack staff was taken to the test that night.
Camera got knocked over. But you know what? We survived that. We persevered. We moved the auction upstairs.
Yeah, you and I got out of there.
Yes. But our crack staff was working hard. Look at Bobby in the middle of it. All right, let's check in with Craig and get an update on the big board and the little board as Josh Edgen has come in for the Mets.
All right, Rich, that was a great memory there. Player for a game, is something we want to talk about right here. It's at $1,300. Lizette is on the board. This is a real good buy right now. It's a steal. Enjoy a day in the big leagues as an honorary Marlins player, ages 18 and over. You shadow a Marlins special assistant during spring training batting practice. Complete Marlins PP uniform, the hat personalized, jersey, the pants, Louisville Slugger bat personalized. You sit in the dugout for the game. You sit in the dugout for the game. Have some conversations probably with the guys. 2-night stay at the Palm Beach Gardens Marriott. Plus breakfast. You'll get a Topps baseball card as well. And a suite for 10 for a Marlins spring training game next season. That is only $1,300. And I bet Jordana and Annalie would come by as well. Would you visit them?
Absolutely. I'd love to go to spring training game.
We'll just throw that one in there. That's a killer there, guys. Hey, our lead number right now is Royal Caribbean Cruise at 4,700. Road trip with the Marlins up to 4,000.
What's the food item? I've got a nervous Levitard on the text here.
He is in good standing still.
Oh, he's in good standing. Come on, people. Force Dan to shell out some of that Disney cash.
That's right. Batting practice is over 2,000 too.
Oh, the Dobbs batting practice?
Yeah.
That's
the batting practice, yes. The hitting experience is at 800. Yeah.
Okay, where are the hitting lessons?
The hitting lessons, the hitting experience with Dobbs at 800, Rich, and the batting practice experience is at 2,050.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Now you wonder if Terry Collins is just going to have edge and pitch to Yelich. That's Stanton. Then you have Morrison.
1-2 pitch. Fastball up and in. Christian Yelich, an 0 for 3 night. LaTroy Hawkins, the veteran.
The durable veteran.
Breaking ball misses away. The count's 3-2. So Yelich, Stanton, Morrison. And down goes Yelich. Tough night for the kid. He's 0 for 4. One of the items on the big board is the road trip with the Marlins. And what better place to go than New York City? 3 nights at the Marlins team hotel, 2 on-field batting practice passes, 2 tickets for all 3 games. It's the Marlins at the Mets. You know what? As you pointed out, that's now 4 games.
That's because the doubleheader.
That's a single admission doubleheader, I believe, on that Saturday. At lunch at the Shake Shack. Here's Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah, the doubleheader's on the 14th.
So you're going to 4 games in New York. You're staying at the Marlins Hotel. You're going to Shake Shack with Craig. I'm sure Glenn Gefter might tag along. David Wright off balance throw. And you get to go to batting practice on the field at Citi Field. Craig, what you got up there?
That on the road trip you're talking about, right? Road trip with the Marlins is up to $4,000. Koppelman. And will Geff go with the Shake Shack? I think we can get him to go.
Twist his arm.
Twist his arm, Craig.
All right, so that'll be fun. 4,000. I think we went last year. We've done it in a few different places, I believe, around New York City. One time in the park. So that'll be fun. $4,000 Mets Marlins, and you don't have to wait. It's one of those you can cash in on in just a couple of months.
Logan Morrison takes a breaking ball for a strike. How about the Mets package? The David Wright autograph bat, the Matt Harvey autograph ball, the 4 beautiful Tommy Bahama shirts, and then there's more Shake Shack there. There's a $50 gift certificate and Shake Shack shirts and caps. Where's that one right now, Craig?
That is at 2,200, but we have news from Jordana. Breaking news.
You better raise that to 1,500 because look, Mandler got you, all right?
Oh,
1,500.
That's the
Come
food
on.
one, right?
Call in.
Levitard is off the board.
No, let me
Call in.
Let me text him.
Get back to him, Rich.
I think of the Zaz and Hockman show. I've jumped ahead.
All right, here's the David Wright package with the add-on. The David Wright autograph bat. He's actually going to give it to us at the end of this series. Look at the polos, the All-Star game or the camp shirts. You get two of those,
shirts.
And then 2 of the Met ones, the white ones,
and the All-Star starter Matt Harvey, an autographed ball from Harvey,
and of course you get Shake Shack. That one foul back and out of play.
See that golf package go up a little bit too. The next inning.
Where is it? Here's the 0-2. Morrison pulls it foul. Where was the golf package last time you saw it?
I think it's kind of stayed the same.
2,300?
Yeah, I believe. Might have gone up a little bit.
Craig, you up there?
Golf's at 3,000, guys.
Oh, okay.
All nice little bump
That's
for
better.
you, huh?
That's better. That's better.
And we've got some movement. Osei, can you see?
See, the amazing thing about that golf package, at one time it was just golf, a round of 4, and we had a good time.
Yeah.
There's so many things involved now.
The new Callaway X forged irons.
Callaway irons are about $1,000.
About $1,000. Those are included. You get a foursome with Hut. You get a foursome
with Niner.
And you get all that
lunch. We'll have lunch
behind all the.
We'll tell you some inside stories.
VIP stuff at the Allianz.
Skybox, food and drinks.
Fuzzy vodka, and you get to caddy for Fuzzy for a day. Here's the 1-2. Morrison takes it down low. Edgin out of the Mets bullpen. This has been a back and forth, mistake-filled game. Miami has just the 4 hits to go with the 5 runs. That one error, that big error, Omar Quintanilla allowed 2 runs to score. Full count, 2 outs. Morrison fouls it back. Hey, Craig.
Yes.
The food experience.
Yeah. Do we have an update?
Where is it right now?
It is at 1,000 from Manlove.
1,200 from
1,200.
Levitard.
Levitard, Jordana, you'll be happy to know. Back on the board.
1,200?
1,200. She's a big fan. They went on. Didn't you go on the show?
We did. We went on Hawk and Zaz, so.
Oh, they're buddies.
Hawk and Zaz.
They're buddies.
Yeah. No eraser for these. These guys get right into it. No eraser.
Nice. Morrison battling.
Annalie's over here, and she's updating the bucket list.
Oh, Dan got a smile.
He got a smiley face.
And Annalie has got 2,900 on the bucket list. That's not bad. Anything need a little work?
Just keep bidding. I mean, Osei, can you see, is still only at 2,750 right now, so there's a lot of room to grow there.
Absolutely. Player per game at 1,300.
Morrison to Davis at first, who steps on the bag, and the 7th is over. From the Clevelander, having a good time, the Fox Sports Florida Fantasy Auction.
Been really involved tonight. Daniel Murphy with a big base hit. He's got some big hits for the Mets tonight. How about this error by Quintanilla at short? This allowed 2 runs to score. That tied the game at 3. But in the 6th inning, Jeff Mathis on a breaking ball, line drive, 2 RBIs. Marlins took the lead 5-3, but the Mets just keep battling back. Base hit, the big one by Ike Davis. That put them ahead. Marlon Byrd scoring. You have 2 teams, Rich, that we talked about earlier. 2 teams, their managers love the way they play hard. They may not have the talent of some of the teams that are in first place, but a couple of teams that play real hard.
We're in the Clevelander tonight for the Fox Sports Florida Fantasy Auction, presented by the Clevelander. Rich Waltz along with Tommy Hutton. Frank Ford is with us. Craig Minervini, of course, manning the big board and the little board with the Fox Sports Florida girls. Jeff Conine is here. John Chimchuk came out for stats. Chip Singer is here, making sure that all the guests are in and out and that we have all that we need. And a big tip of the cap to the crack staff in the truck. Our producer, John Sulzer, puts a tremendous amount of work into the production of the fantasy auction. Jim Hawley, our director. Ken Lee, also working hard just to make sure all the packages are correct and all the information is up. Our graphics coordinator, and to all of you in tape and audio and on camera.
Our crew, the guys that are setting everything up, we'll miss everybody's name, but they go over and above to get things ready for tonight.
Yeah, the men and women that work on the telecast put in extra hours, and so we thank them for their help in this one as well. 2-1 the count to Anthony Record. That's catcher. A.J. Ramos working here. And of course, our title sponsor this year is the Clevelander. Swing and a miss. And the count is 2-2. And here we are down here in our little spot. It's a very unique place to watch a game.
Yeah, it is.
The nice thing, I guess maybe the good thing, is that we've got this barricade up because you already saw Tommy bolt for beverages once. We might be up there for food and beverages a lot more often. That one fouled back to the screen.
Frank, thought I spotted Frank Ford.
Frank has put in yeoman's work in the Clevelander. Not only taste testing the all-you-can-eat fare, but also making sure that the desserts are still fresh, and they are. 2-2. Ramos working on Record, and the breaking ball misses outside. Joanne Messing, Stephanie Gaywood, Alfredo Mesa, and everyone with the Marlins Foundation. And from Fox Sports Florida, Steve Tello, Brett Updike, John Valek especially. Valek, always a big contributor to the auction. Fastball, and it's pop foul and out of play. Let's check in with Frank Ford and see if he's still standing in the Clevelander. Frank?
Yeah, we're standing. We're with Gabriela Martinez, who's the branding manager for the Clevelander. First of all, we want to thank you for your participation and contributing all the food and drink tonight. Very kind of you to be involved in this.
It is our pleasure. We are privileged to be part of such a good cause.
Now, it's been a great partnership, I think, between the Clevelander and the Marlins since Marlins Park opened.
It has. It's our 2nd year in a row doing this, and we cannot wait to keep it going next year.
Well, it's all for a good cause, the Marlins Community Foundation, and we want people to know what a good time this is at the fantasy auction. We got to get more people out here next year. We thank the people who did come, but they don't know what a good time they're missing if they weren't here.
We definitely do. Fans, you got to come out. Support your Marlins, support the kids in the community, and support the Clevelander and Marlins Foundation. Come out.
Now, you guys are here, of course, for every home game, as Christian Yelich gets under that ball for the out. You guys are here for every home game, but are you also open when there's no ball games here?
We are open for private events when there are no ball games here.
Okay, so you can, if you want to book a private event for the Clevelander, got great food, lots of fun. It's a great place to be. Again, we thank you for your participation in the fantasy auction.
Thank you.
And all the guys here had a great time tonight, so it's all good. Rich and Tommy?
All right, Frank, how much have you eaten tonight?
Not as much as I did in my tour of the ballpark.
That's right. That took Frank,
he's still recovering from that.
That took Frank a good month before he was right after that. Well, a long at bat by Anthony Recker, and Omar Quintanilla is up now.
Yeah, Recker's ended in a fly ball to left field.
Andrew Brown is on deck. They said he went after it. Craig has breaking news from up above.
Yes, and Jordana is at the breaking news desk for the Food Lover Experience.
Breaking news, Le Batard is off the board. So call in, make that 2,000.
That Food Lover, which was about $750, I think, when Dan started to get in there, $1,600.
Oh, okay. Well, let me text Le Batard here.
All right.
Ground ball. Solano fires to first in time to get the out. Let's shift over to the big board and see how the golf experience is doing. See how what do we got.
Golf's up to $3,000. Royal Caribbean Cruise. This is on either the Oasis or the Allure. I think the Allure is 6 inches longer. They're the longest ships out there. Incredibly exclusive with a Tommy Bahama package. $5,000. Unbelievable deal. $4,000 the road trip with the Marlins. $3,300 on the reverse road trip, including several nights at the Clevelander down here, and seats in various suites, including the Clevelander and the Diamond Club. Oh, say can you see? The LASIK package, $2,850. The Broadcaster Experience, $2,600.
Very nice. I mean, as this game arrives in the 8th, and again, for all of you that are bidding right now, the little board is closing on the last out of the game. So whatever bid is up there last out of the game, that's it for the little board items. Craig, what's the Mets experience for the Mets fans that are out there after the David Wright bat, the Matt Harvey ball, the 4 beautiful Tommy Bahama camp shirts?
Yes.
The Shake Shack. What's that?
That is a $2,250, Rich, on the mini board. And nice. King. We've had a good battle here going between a couple of people. King and not the other name, but they were going back and forth for a while. They're up to $2,250. Trotter might have been.
Very nice.
It's always fun to watch those battles as we close things out.
Yeah, we have not had fisticuffs, thankfully, in our 7 previous fantasy auctions, but the 1-2 to Brown, and he swings and misses. Ramos finishes off the Mets in the 8th. Marlins down a run, going to the bottom of the 8th here at Marlins Park, Fox Sports Florida fantasy auction. Wait a minute. Now that is a fantasy auction first. You know, if someone wants to bid $1,000, I'll go in the pool too. All right, this is the Royal Caribbean Cruise, which is right now going for a nice prize. But here's what you get. 7-night cruise for 2, ocean stateroom choice of East or West Caribbean routes, 2 all-access passes for ships behind-the-scenes tour, dinner for 2 at a specialty restaurant, preferred access to a Broadway show, actually 2 Broadway shows, plural, Chicago or Hairspray, his and hers Tommy Bahama cruise packs as well. There's a nice Tommy Bahama cruise pack out there with some gear, some clothes. LaTroy Hawkins is in with a fastball. Smooth and easy, and in his early days, electric. LaTroy Hawkins.
Yeah, for a guy who's, man, he's been around. LaTroy Hawkins in his 46th game continues to get major league hitters out.
Ed Lucas, Donovan Solano, Jake Marisnick. Lucas chops one to Murphy, hits a short hop, and gets the out. 1 out here in the 8th inning. That'll bring up Donovan Solano. Scott Rice is in the bullpen. Craig, what is the Cruise going for right now? It's one of the top items on the big board, right?
It is indeed. It is the top item at $5,000. Been kind of stuck there for a little bit. Trotter getting involved here at the Field of Dreams and the Royal Caribbean Cruise. And again, we talked about this ship. I've been on this ship. It's amazing. They've got a diving show that is spectacular. I believe they're about, I want to say, 8 stories above, and they go into a very small, a small pool, and they are up. They're Olympic-type divers. It's something you can see from your balcony, which, by the way, they have indoor, inside room, if you will, balconies, because the middle of the ship is cut out, if you will. So you have outdoor balconies at the ocean and an inside balcony, which is spectacular, overlooking Central Park.
So the diving show is much like the one we just saw here at the Clevelander, right?
No, there will not be any belly flops in this show. It is
no belly flops or cannonballs.
No, these are professional. They have a trampoline, and it's just part of the entertainment. They also have, guys, it's really interesting on this ship, a floating bar where you get on about the 3rd level, and you don't jump into a pool, but you want to it moves up 2 floors.
Wait a minute. Now,
and you get out at the 5th level.
People are just starting to jump into the pool here. We didn't have that last year. This is
it's getting wild.
A new phenomenon, Tom.
we may have a little trouble getting out of here.
Here's Jake Marisnick.
Just looking back, LaTroy Hawkins, 40 years old, started his professional career 2 years before the Marlins were ever in existence. That's how long he's been around.
He's got 2 outs, 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Again, the little board closes on the last out, and the big board will close 15 minutes after last out. And then maybe Tommy and I will jump in the pool for the right price. What, $2,500? $3,000?
It's for the kids.
You're right about that. It's all for the kids.
See, Levitard would probably want to see that.
Liner into right field, and a base hit and a 2-hit night for Jake Marisnick.
Well, a good night all around. We talked about the line drive out in the 2nd inning. Marisnick walked in a key situation in the 4th inning, singled in the 6th, scored a run, gets a pitch up out over the plate, and has himself a 2-hit night. Good swings.
Jeff Mathis now. Pitcher spot due up next. Dobbs in the on-deck circle. Mathis a big hit, a 2-run single in the 6th. country fastball from LaTroy Hawkins. It's amazing you see
Still throws hard.
Some of these older pitchers, guys that get up over 40, still can bring it in the mid-90s. I think the difference when he started his career to where he is right now is that it seems like everybody now comes out of the bullpen blowing mid-90s, upper 90s. That wasn't the case 15, 20 years ago.
Exactly right. I think people lose track of that. Most teams now have 3 or 4 guys that come out of that bullpen throwing hard.
Mathis takes a strike.
Mathis wasn't in total agreement with Andy Fletcher on that one, the home plate umpire.
One-two, runner going, fastball up, got him. Marisnik can't believe it. Recker gets the out, and the rookie barking at second base. Mike Redmond coming out for an argument. Here's a look on a bang-bang play at second. He's in there. We got to look at it in slow motion. Here's what it looked like in real time. The tag goes down. It looks like it gets to the bag before the hand.
Especially the position the young umpire is, Adam Hammery. But he doesn't see the sweep, doesn't get anybody. The hand's on the bag. And so, yes, Marisnik was safe, but he was called out by the young ump. Tough play. It's a play you've got to be 150% sure you're going to steal in that situation, because the bottom line in that situation, you're down by a run. Obviously, he's trying to get into scoring position, but you had Dobbs waiting in the wings on deck.
Big night out, Tommy. This is on the big board. Catered suite for 16 to a Marlins regular season game, and that just starts your night. After that, you're off and running. Post-game bottle service at the Clevelander here at Marlins Park. Goodyear Blimp ride for 4. Premier beverage liquor basket. And then Hugo the barber takes over from there. And on your big night out, Hugo will make sure you're looking good. Ryan Webb into the ball game. Let's check in with Craig Minervini. Craig's up on the big board and the little board. Now, remember, the little board closes in 6 outs.
Yes. And let's see, $2,400. Remember we mentioned the battle back and forth, King and Cruz. King's up to $2,400 on the David Wright autographed Tommy Bahama package. Play ball is at $550. Pitching experience, $1,550. Levitar did get knocked out, but he did get some much-needed publicity. $1,600, Waldman. Dan's a good friend of the Marlins, of course. And on the big board, the Field of Dreams is up to $3,300. The Royal Caribbean Cruise is at $5,500. $4,000 for the road trip with the Marlins, guys.
Very nice. EY Jr. is up. 2 for 4 tonight. Double, single. He's been in the middle of the Mets offense tonight. Daniel Murphy's been the guy that has driven home half of the runs for the Mets. Murphy is up second in this inning.
Yeah, the top of the order has really done the damage with EY Jr., a couple of base hits. Murphy with 2 base hits, 3 RBIs.
Bobby Parnell, Mets closer, in the bullpen. And Webb misses up. Well, it's been a night where the Marlins pen has not been as sharp as they have been in days past. Here's the 2-1. Marlins will have Mathis, the pitcher spot, and then Echeverria due up in the ninth.
That'll be against the hard-throwing Bobby Parnell.
Breaking ball and a check swing. No swing, and it's 2-2. Rob Drake, the third base umpire.
Well, this being a 4-game series, we'll see every umpire behind the plate.
That's right. This is a 4-gamer, which ends on Thursday afternoon. Ground ball, diving stop. Solano on his feet. Quick throw to first in time to get the speedy Young. Chevron presents tomorrow's starting pitchers. Get you ready for tomorrow. A chance for us to look at one of the top young pitchers for the Mets and one of the top young pitchers for the Marlins. Zach Wheeler, who has raced to a 4-1 start, and Nathan Eovaldi is at 2-1. You see the ERAs are similar. That's your Chevron starters for tomorrow night. We'll be back in the booth tomorrow night. Tonight, we're out in the Clevelander, the Fox Sports Florida fantasy auction. The bidding will continue on the little board until the last out of the game. The bidding on the big board continues 15 minutes after last out, and that's live bidding from here at Marlins Park and on the phone with you fans that are watching. There's the mini board right now. The David Wright autograph bat, the Matt Harvey ball, and the 4 beautiful Tommy Bahama shirts are at $2,500 right now. If you have any last-second questions, you can also ask the operators questions, but Marlins.com/fantasy is where you can follow along and you get a complete detailed list of each of the packages. Daniel Murphy broken bat behind Webb. Echeverria gets the out. And so there are 2 outs here tonight.
It's a nice perspective we have, Rich, watching Echeverria from this angle. Pick balls, make good throws to first.
Now remember, it was, I want to say 4 years ago, when Matt Lindstrom blew a save that pushed the fantasy auction into extra innings. And it raised, I think, an extra $10,000. The Marlins ended up winning the game, so all's well that ends well, so to speak. With the Marlins trailing here, David Wright is up. We appreciate David Wright and Matt Harvey's participation in the event. It shows a lot of class that those two have agreed to hop on board with a bat and a ball.
A couple of all-stars from the Mets this year. Captain David Wright.
With a sore foot right now.
A couple of classy captains in New York between Derek Jeter and David Wright.
Right into center field. That's a base hit. Marisnik over to cut it off. And Wright is aboard. Now, Tommy, the little board items are going to close out here pretty quickly. Let's go through them again just to remind you. The meet and greet with NYN AT MIA, box tickets, the Cuban cigars, all of that, and the Domino's experience is in number 1. David Wright now includes a David Wright bat, a Matt Harvey ball, 4 beautiful Tommy Bahama Met-themed shirts, including 2 All-Star shirts, Shake Shack. Play ball kids experience. You get to drop the rosin bag on the mound, start the game by saying, let's play ball from the field. Crowd gets to hear. You have to be 5 to 16 years old for that. You also get to deliver the lineup card with the manager to the umpires at home plate. How cool is that? There's a strike to Bird. And you get 4 home plate box tickets to that game. Change bases. You can assist the grounds crew in changing the bases during the game. Autograph game use base from each infield position player. That comes with 4 home plate box tickets to that game. The pitching experience. 30-minute pitching session with Steve Cishek. That's outstanding. That's a broken bat. Echeverria is there to catch it. I mean, a 30-minute pitching session with Steve Cishek? Come on, people. Let's go. That's at 1,600 right now. All right, 3 more outs before maybe the little board is closed. Making tires that go the distance inspires what they roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven. Our thanks for being involved in the auction and providing live shots from the blimp. Speaking of shots, nicely done. Now, it's an easy transition to go from that to Craig Minervini. Craig, take it away.
A hard act to follow,
yes.
But hey, we've got a battle here in the Royal Caribbean Cruise. $6,100 going back and forth, huh?
Yes, between Trotter and Lorenzo.
All right, that's a good battle. 4,000 on the road trip with the Marlins guys, 3,500 the broadcaster experience. But our concern now for the next 3 outs is going to be on the little board, because this is it. 3 outs and it's closed. And look, the David Wright's up to 2,550. The batting practice experience is 2,300. Food Lover remains at 1,600. Stanton memorabilia at 1,100. And I think I hear the clock.
Hey, I just got a text. Dan Lebitard goes 1,750
Really?
on the food. 1,750.
1,750
See, this is where it starts to move. This is where
it gets frenetic here.
3 outs before the mini board goes down.
This will be a test for Jordana and Annalie to keep up after working 9 innings on these numbers.
Bobby Parnell, 20 of 24 in save opportunities. Mathis leads it off. Juan Pierre is on deck. And Mathis flips a pop-up down the first base line and out of play. Marlins Live is coming up. 15 minutes after the game ends, the big board items close. Frank Ford, Jeff Conine, Craig Minervini, the Fox Sports Florida girls. And of course, if this game were to end here in the bottom of the 9th, that's it for the mini board. There's the phone number, 305-480. And again, Tommy's tip is a good one. If you're on the phone and you're bidding, don't wait until the very end. Get the number you want in right now. That's strike 3 call. Then Mathis is out. And Bobby Parnell has 1 out here in the 9th inning.
Yeah, he's had good stuff. Almost a strikeout an inning this year for Parnell. Hitter sitting over just a little over 200 against him.
See the little board items. Still the Mets package at $25.50. David Wright bat, Matt Harvey ball, the 4 Tommy Bahama Met themed shirts. Here's Greg Dobbs now. Breaking ball is a strike.
It's that old get me over slider from Parnell.
Full results. Second half, who will have a better second half? Well, the Mets have had a better July so far than the Marlins, but not by much.
We'll be able to check in on that in mid-September in that series in New York.
Mets 13-11 in July, Marlins 11-12. Parnell at 97, down low. Ball and a strike and an out in the bottom of the 9th. 6-5, Mets on top. Dobbs, after that fastball, fouls up. Let's check in with Craig Minervini.
All right, thank you very much. We got an update here on the mini board, and Demo is in on the hitting experience, guys, for $1,000. As we mentioned, Dan Lebitard at $17.50 on the Food Lover, and the bids are coming in. I mean, as quick as we are on here, they're changing. But how much is that one going to?
$1,000 for La Noche for Sam.
One, two. Craig, which item on the mini board is moving the most?
On the mini board?
On the mini board.
Which item would you say is moving the most here, Jordana?
David Wright.
David Wright's up to $25.50.
Cruz and King have been battling for that. And I would say the Food Lover is also good.
All right. How the Dobbs experience is up $1,000, right?
Yep. Dobbs is at $1,000, and let's see, the Dennis draft $650.
Oh, that's got to raise that price right there.
That's got to go up right there.
Dobbs into right field. You want hitting lessons from that man. A professional hitter. As professional a hitter as you're going to find. There it is. 30-minute hitting session in the Marlin batting cages with Greg Dobbs. Now, you have to be 5 to 18. You also get 4 passes to attend batting practice, and then 4 dugout club tickets to a Marlins regular season home game. Get on the phone, 305-480-3474. 305-480-3474. Look at that, and you'll get high fives just like Greg Dobbs.
Just like that. Great at bat. Another pinch hit, base hit. Juan Pierre is going to pinch run for Dobbs.
So Pierre the runner at first. Now you got Echeverria. Marlins trying to manufacture a run and draw even with the Mets here in the bottom of the 9th. The other reality here, Tommy, is that one swing of the bat could end game. And so if you've got an item up there on the small board, get your bid in right now. Echeverria doing all he can. So is that gentleman with the rally cap to extend this ball game. Pierre away from first. And a strike. Remember, we had that fantasy auction night where the Marlins blew the save in the ninth, and that extended the bidding for about the tune of about $10,000 more for the foundation. That was a Matt Lindstrom attempt to close.
But you did mention the Marlins came back to win that game.
Liner, foul. Let's flash back because here was the happy ending to that fantasy auction. Oh, Jorge Cantu.
Jorge Cantu.
That was against the Orioles. You know Bonifacio is going to score, right? Ball came loose. Brett Carroll making a special guest appearance.
Keep in mind, Juan Pierre represents the tying run. That's why Parnell is trying to keep him close.
Echeverria behind the count 0-2. Parnell steps off. Etch is battling a bit of a slump after having a great run to start July.
Right now, Edge just 2 for his last 24.
Pierre back in. Two is fouled off. Let's check in with Craig Minervini. What's up, Craig?
Just a quick update here. The mini board is really having a lot of activity. David Wright's up to 2,700 here. Levitard is off the board. The Food Lovers got up to 2,000 from Harold. We got 1,150 on La Noche Santa Caria and 1,800 on the pitching experience. The batting experience, 2,300.
That did go up after the Dobbs base hit.
Pierre away, count still 0-2. Echeverria swings, misses, ball in the dirt. And Pierre cannot advance. Echeverria is out, and Parnell needs one more out to save this game for the Mets.
You know that Bobby Parnell is going to go after Christian Yelich because the Marlins' hottest hitter is on deck, Giancarlo Stanton.
Pierre is still at first, and now a left-handed bat to face Parnell. And it's been a long night for Yelich. And a breaking ball, get me over, breaking ball for a strike.
In the last 2 games for Yelich, 0 for 8 with 5 strikeouts.
Here's the 0-1. And Pierre swipe second.
Swiped it so easily, didn't even draw a throw.
Hey, Craig.
Yes.
22.50 on the food from our
Le Batard?
Good friend Dan Le Batard.
22.50 Le Batard.
Yelich with the count 1-1. So Pierre is now in scoring position at second base. That's a pretty good breaking ball. That one started outside part, ended up inside black. Look at that, right on the black. Wow. A week ago, Christian Yelich was facing closers in Double-A. Now, with a game on the line and a count 1-2, he's facing Bobby Parnell. Fastball line into the seats. Well, Parnell's been able to get strikes on Yelich with the curveball. That one he tried to sneak by him. One and two. Mike Redmond's ball club down to the last strike, and a 21-year-old at the plate facing the veteran Bobby Parnell. 1-2. Just missed. I mean, just missed.
Yeah, that's a tough take because Andy Fletcher, the home plate umpire tonight, has called the low strike a lot. But that ball really had some sink to it, and it was a ball.
No, it wasn't.
Wow.
It's right down the middle, and you saw Recker set up in and have to
the way he caught it.
Yep.
It threw off Fletcher, the home plate ump.
Marlins got a big break there. Now a 2-2 pitch coming. That's down low, and Yelich has worked the count full. There's Stanton. Boy, he would love a shot at this.
After a couple of those two-seamers like that, you wonder if he'll go back with just a breaking ball, the slider.
Full count. That's in, and Yelich has walked. Pierre takes third. So Juan Pierre has stolen 2 bases.
Boy, this is a tremendous at bat. Yelich fell well behind early in the count. Was very patient, very patient. During the at bat, Juan Pierre stole second. He stole third. So first and third for Giancarlo. Yeah, the rally cap's working. Keep it on. It's all right. If you have to hold it, that's okay.
All right, conference on the mound. Let's check in with Craig. Craig, what's up with the little board? Now, remember, the mini board closes last out.
Potentially right here. Hopefully, your Marlin fan at least try to get a run here. 3,000 on the David Wright autograph, guys. 1,800 on the pitching experience. We mentioned Dan Le Batard's got the lead on the foot lover at 22.50. And the hitting experience with Dobbs, why not? It's got over 1,000 now at 1,100.
Only 650 for the fantasy draft with Michael Hill.
And in case you're wondering, Stanton is 1 for 8 in his career against Parnell.
Well, this is what you want if you're the Marlins, right? Stanton could end it with one swing. Parnell can end it if he can get the out.
Got your hottest hitter up there.
And you've got pretty good speed at first base with Yelich as the potential winning run. Pierre is 90 feet away. Stanton, a ground ball. Murphy has it, and the Mets win it. 6-5 the final. Bobby Parnell saves it, a nail biter at the end. He gets Stanton to bounce to second, and so the mini board is now closed. David Wright and the Mets A big night for Jacksonville's Daniel Murphy. He drives in 3. Wright had an RBI double. Marlon Byrd, Ike Davis with RBI hits for the Mets as well. Back to wrap it up. Mini board is closed. 15-minute clock about to start on the big board.